Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Creatives of Windsor Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Shurdown, and today I'm sitting down with Joe Coccimiglio, the lead singer of Autmun Kings.
Nailed it. Nailed it, bud.
Thanks.
Fuck yeah. What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on.
I love that intro, like a little dat son intro there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, man, I haven't seen you in a very long time.
Do you okay, I have to say, we went to high school together.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. We hung out a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Of course.
Because I was like, I wonder if he remembers. This is dude,
yeah, of course.
So long.
Well, that's why we have each other on Facebook.
I thought so.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know.
So Joe's a year older than me.
That's okay. That was my next question.
Yeah.
I think I'm older than
You're 94, right?
94.
Yeah.
What are you, 95?
I'm a 95, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's a year. That's cool.
That is a year.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I remember you in high school. Were you doing music back then?
Nothing. Like maybe like a random choir, like Miss Job. I don't know. Every Holy Names listener's gonna know who that is. But Miss Job, and yeah, that's about it. Like my first band is Autmun Kings.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, never sang. Like in choir, that's about it. But no lead vocals or anything.
Really?
Yeah, never.
So why'd you want to start a band?
Oh,
and how'd you know you could sing good?
Dude. Crazy story. It's out. This story's out there, but I'll tell it. It's I was auditioning for Autmun Kings. I used to work with Jake at Fresco. Hey, Fresco.
I knew that because I was going through all your stuff and I saw you guys had like a picture together
well
from there.
Documented. That we worked at Fresco, and he was in a band called Something Else. If anyone like from the old days knows who they are, and they got a song on 89X, and I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. He's like 3 years younger than me or whatever, 2 years younger than me. I'm like, man, I want to jam with him. And I'm like, yo, here's my number. Hit me up whenever. Like 4 years later, I get hit up. Do you want to audition for the band? Guitar. I'm like, oh, okay.
So you play guitar?
I play guitar.
Okay.
I play with guitar with Erica. She's in Moonsuits now. If you're familiar with Moonsuits, check them out. They're local. They're awesome. And I just play guitar and like background, like vocals.
Yeah.
So that's what I auditioned for. And then I got in the band. They were like, yo, we want to like cover Billy Talent in 3 Days Grace. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll do backgrounds. So I was singing backgrounds and they're like, oh, damn, dude, you're singing higher than like Jake was the lead vocalist. He's like, just try vocals. Like try that main vocal. So I did. I think I did Devil on My Shoulder by Billy Talent, and then Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. And like his like sister came downstairs, and then his like dad was like, yo, who's singing? I was like, I never sang before. And then after that, I was just the singer of the band. I don't even play guitar in the band anymore. Terrible guitar player.
That's amazing.
So I accidentally became the lead singer of Autmun Kings.
So you how long? When did you start playing guitar?
Oh, I've been playing guitar since like grade school.
Okay,
like,
so you
just,
always
like,
played guitar.
Hack musician. Like I learned all the Beatles songs. Like you just
Yeah,
for fun.
yeah.
Like never was like, oh, maybe I'll write my own songs. Like nothing like that.
Okay.
Just fun, and then joined the band. Was doing nothing, and I just joined the band randomly.
That's so cool. And now you're just a singer. You guys so was Jake playing guitar and singing?
He was playing guitar and singing when I joined the band, and they needed a rhythm guitar player. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. I was just like working at Fresco. Like, yeah, dude, I'm down. And after that, we joined the band, started writing songs together, found out we could write songs together, and it's been 9 years. I think it's been 9 years. That's
crazy.
Dude, I can't believe it's been 9 years. It sounds so old. For real.
So you never play like a guitar like randomly, kind of like a Mick Jagger thing?
On stage?
Yeah.
Once in a while. I used to a lot, just like the acoustic, just for like to fill the sound a bit. But I don't stand still enough.
Yeah,
like,
I was just gonna say your stage presence doesn't really work with that. Eh?
That's exactly, and thank you. And that's it. It's like, okay, either Joe goes nuts and like gets the crowd going, or he's like anchored with a guitar. With some bands, it's awesome. Like Sebastian, awesome. Hutch, unreal guitar player, performance, like stage, everything, great. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I write on guitar and I play piano and like writing stuff, but like I'm holding the microphone, I'm screaming into the crowd. Like when I'm on stage, I got to be the front man. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's cool to run around. And
wish I could do both, man. Oh, dude, Jake does both. He like sings and raps and plays guitar. It's insane.
Are you guys? So you were always a 4-piece, and then were you a 3-piece for a little bit?
3-piece, 4-piece. Yeah, the constants in the band have been Jake and I since like 2015. But yeah, there's some people, great musicians that have been in the band, and just for whatever reason it didn't work out, or they want to do their own thing. And for right now, it's Jake, myself, Troy, who lives in Lansing, and we've been using Keith Wilkinson as our bass player, who's probably the best bass player in the city. come at me. If you're a bass player, probably the best bass player in the city.
That's sweet.
He's amazing. Yeah.
So has he been playing and like helping you guys write songs and stuff, or just been playing with you just to like kind of fill stuff in?
Just been playing live with us. We brought him with us when we went to Japan, Guam, and South Korea this past spring. And then he played with us live in town. Like we had our Halloween show, but basically right now, just because we're just like releasing singles and writing a lot, it's just Jake and I.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Where, like, how often do you guys play locally?
Locally, we like to do it at least once or twice a year, just to fill it up. Like, you know, Windsor's awesome. I personally love Windsor. Like, I think our music scene's amazing. I think there's amazing artists. I think people come out for Windsor, but if you overplay Windsor, in my opinion or our opinion, like it just like you can see the crowds like, oh, I saw him a month ago. I saw him. So our philosophy, and it's always been since we started, is like once or twice a year. We opened for a couple bands at Caesars.
Yeah, I was there when you guys opened for the Tea Party.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was, because I shot them that night.
No way. I didn't even see you. Did I see you that night?
I don't think so.
Damn.
I think I was, I think I got to the pit, like, as you guys were kind of like wrapping up your set. Like I you know what I mean? Like I was there
I think we
for
had like a 20 minutes. It was like a really short set.
I knew it was going to be a nightmare getting in. So I had a photo. I know we're getting off topic.
Oh, dude, I don't care.
So the Tea Party like put out a thing that they were looking for a photographer to shoot their set.
Oh, no way.
So I just like sent them
my
website.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I was like, yeah, like I live in Windsor. Like here's my work. And I actually had shot them at Blues Fest like the summer before.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, actually, here's my photos of you guys. I was like, if you want me to do it again. And then they're like, yeah, you can do it. They're like, you got to pick up your photo pass at this thing. And I was like, oh, they're going to have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, of course I get there. I was like, I have a photo pass. And they're like the people that work at the Caesars, they don't even know what that is. No. They're like looking for it. It's like a huge nightmare. And then like, finally I got it. And they were like telling me like, no, you don't have it. And I was like, I'm not going home. Like I'm shooting this show. And
they told me to come here.
Yeah. And I finally got it. But anyway, yeah. So I was like kind of late.
That's all good. Yeah.
Getting in, but I did get to see you guys.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So you saw us at Caesars. Have you seen us anywhere else? I don't know.
No.
Maybe a Blues Fest. Yeah. That's why.
Maybe a Blues Fest.
Yeah, maybe a Blues Fest. I miss Blues Fest so much.
Yeah.
Dude. Anyway.
The last one was so sick. Like they had sheepdogs.
Dude.
And Tea Party and
unreal.
Fog Hat.
Yeah.
Played, which is cool. But
that's where we opened for Billy Raffoul, another awesome local artist, and ex-ambassadors were here. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That's like a couple years back. But yeah, dude. Windsor's got a scene, man.
So when are you playing here next?
Currently no plans right now, but it's creeping up into that time where it's like, okay, what are we going to do? We usually do it around like a release. Like the last time we played Windsor, I'm pretty sure we sold out Meteor. Meteor.
I remember that.
Meteor. And that was for our album release. But right now we're just focused on like single. Like we've been writing for the past year. We haven't put anything out in about a year and a half. Besides last week, we put out our new single.
Yep.
So right now, just focusing on writing and releasing right now. Yeah.
What's your single? Like what was like the sound and
this single? Oh man, every time we release a single, everyone's always like, sounds like Linkin Park or sounds like heavy Fall Out Boy. It's like, oh, we always get that, which is that's a compliment, honestly. But no, it's just like a heavy, energetic rock song.
Okay.
Because our last album, Book of the Broken, was like pretty, like, dark, I guess, in themes. So these next releases were like, okay, just hype. Like, how great would this be live? Like, we wanted a sound that was like energetic, and like if you put it on in the car, you're like, you know, don't get a speeding ticket, but like you're like wanting to drive faster. Like that's the vibe.
I got you. Okay.
So Sleep When I'm Dead just came out.
Okay. Do you want to play it for everybody for a minute? We won't play the whole thing.
Put it on.
I want to hear it too.
Oh God.
Well, I was listening to. I've listened to you guys before, but I was listening to like some of your stuff, kind of getting ready for.
Oh, nice. What'd you check out?
The podcast. I was just going through your songs and just listening to whatever.
That's cool.
Like Electrofield. Go for Gold. That's like is that like your biggest one of your songs?
That one took. I think our biggest is Electrified right now.
It is actually.
Yeah, but Go for Gold had a moment on TikTok like during COVID actually. Yeah. Jake was living in Nashville and he was in like a writers round thing, and it just took off.
Like I remember that kind of like blowing up and like seeing that everywhere, that song.
Yeah.
You guys did like a bunch of I think I saw Jake did a video talking about how he wrote it.
Yeah. Which is that whole writing experience was like the craziest one we've ever done, because he was living in Nashville, and then this Songhouse, they had like a thing where it's like you had to write a chorus using like these words, and he was just there and he co-wrote this chorus with a couple other guys in like 30 minutes. Did it on TikTok. It got like over 1 million views on TikTok. Damn. He called the band. He called me. He's like, we got to write the song like right now. We wrote the song in like 3 days, recorded it in 3 days, and released it like the following week.
So if he was in Tennessee, you were here, it was during COVID?
Yeah.
So you had to like record your part, and then he had to
I recorded all my vocals here with Marty back at SLR Studios, and then he recorded his stuff, I think like in his like little apartment or his room that he was renting in Nashville.
That's pretty cool.
It was like, it was pretty DIY for sure.
Did he move there after COVID hit or before?
He moved there like during it,
okay.
Yeah.
Because like nothing was happening.
There was nothing happening here. We were like kind of messing around with the idea of writing an album. Like we had talked about it, and then he's like, "I'm just gonna go try this." I'm like, "Absolutely." But we wrote the whole album over Zoom calls.
That's cool.
The whole album, like we'd wake up at like 6 a.m., maybe 7, write for like 4 or 5 hours sometimes, and then like just that'd be the song that day, and then we just keep doing that for like weeks. And then we had a whole album by the end of it.
So how do you like, how many songs are on that album?
Oh man, but I should know this.
Like 10?
I think like 10, something like that.
So how many songs do you actually like try to write to get 10? Do you actually just do 10, or do you do like 30 and
around that? Yeah, like it starts with a lot of like Jake will come with something, or like I'll come with something, and it's just, do we both vibe off it? Can we build off it? If it's a yes, then it's like, okay, let's do like a verse, pre-chorus, or whatever half the structure will be. If it's not hitting in like a couple of days, we kind of scrap it.
Oh, okay.
So then that's like, it's just doing that like over and over and over again until it's like, oh man, this is a bit of a vibe. It's stuck in my head. And then after a couple of days, like, okay, let's continue with this one. That's how a lot of the songs start.
Always lyrics on his end, or sometimes will he come to you with like a guitar part, or does that just after?
I would say he's more a melody guy and like some lyrics, but I tend to focus a lot on the lyrics. He calls me what's he call me? The cringe detector. Cause like, it's so easy to be cringy, and I'm sure like people are like, oh man, you have some cringy. I'm sure there's cringy Autmun Kings stuff, but like we try our best, and I try my best to be like, no, I think that's a lame line, dude. Like we got to change that. So it's a lot of going back and forth on words and just trying to say something new, you know?
It's hard to not sound pretentious sometimes, right? When you're like being artistic and creative.
And it's the biggest debate, because it's like, okay, do you kind of like, are you serious in a song, or do you kind of like ham it up and like maybe that works? Like there's no wrong answer, but we tend to always go kind of a little bit more serious.
Yeah. That's like, luckily for me, like with my work, like when I'm making something, it's photos. So it's kind of harder to be like cringier,
capturing the moment.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because like that's what we try to do with our songs. It's like, what moments can you take away from the song? Like even if you don't remember the whole song, it's like, okay, the solo is a moment.
Yeah.
Or there's a scream, my scream somewhere. There's a moment. It's like, as long as there's a moment that someone can like take from that song, it'll stick with them more, like your photos, man.
Yeah. So like, for me, the only time I have to write a lot is, well, not a lot, but like if I put out like a photo book, which I'm working on one right now.
Yeah. Which is sick, man. You did the thing where you brought it to the thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was sick. I was trying to look for it.
I did, dude. That got picked up like that fast.
No way.
Like I put the video up, and somebody like an hour later was like, I got it. And I was like, damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, so like when I like, I'm putting out a book right now, and it's all photos, no
Amazing.
words, except for like I always do an intro, and I'm trying to write the intro in like kind of like a creative way, but I really just want to just give like a little preface to like what the photos are about.
Yeah.
But like, fuck,
dude,
you want to write it well, but like I also don't want to sound like a douche, like talking
100%,
about
dude.
the work you made, you know,
dude.
And like you're not trying to be douchey, like because you're like in your creative space, you know, and then like you type it out and you're like, fuck,
dude, I'm right there. It's such a fine line of like, oh wait, this is like profound, but then you're like, but it's coming from me. Like, who am I to say this? But that's just like, that's the work. It's like, no, this is like needs to be out there, or this is how I want to say it, and how people take it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know. That's cool though, man. Dude, congrats. 2 books. You can have another book out?
Thanks, yeah.
So is that 2 books?
That's actually technically 4.
Oh, no way, dude.
But like one was like a little zine, so I have 2 out.
Okay.
And then this is the 4th one.
Dude, pick up this book, man. Go grab it. That's awesome.
Yeah, my first one I put out like 4 years ago, and I just printed 100, and they're all gone, which is sick.
Amazing, dude. Congrats.
Thanks. And then like that's nothing crazy, but like it's really cool to me.
Dude, it's insane. As someone like that's what I wanted to do. Like went to university for was like creative writing and like writing stories, like putting out a book. Essentially, I wanted to put out like comic books, and like just like that world is so interesting to me. So that's so cool, man. You did 100 books.
It was always just like so. Like the last ones I've done were always just self-published. Like I order them, I publish them, I
DIY,
print them, everything. And then with this one I have right now, so the layout's almost done. And once it's done, I'm gonna like I'll submit it to like a handful of photo book publishers. Nice. I'll probably pick like 20 and I'll submit it, and then I'll give them like 30 or 40 days. And if I don't hear back, I'll just print it myself and do a show.
I love that. I love that, dude. I wish more people did that, dude. Yeah. That's awesome. You're not waiting around.
No, I
love that.
I'd rather have it out and people to see it. And
yeah, dude.
That's the point. Dude, honestly, for me, I just like I have 5 of them on my shelf.
Yeah.
And that's just like the coolest thing ever. And I don't really...
Dude, that's like the beauty of like being an artist. You're just like catch it in the wild somewhere. You're like, oh damn, it's like I made this. This is it. And then you kind of hear it or see it. Someone asks you about it. You're like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, thank you. It's the best part.
I'm sure that's like that with your albums. Like that's like some of like the happiest moments I've ever had is like when you hold like that book or like an album or it gets together. Yes. So like the happiest ever, eh?
The making of and like the first showing of it is always the best part. You're like, oh, it's out. Like day 1 release, you're like so amped. You're probably the same way. You're like, oh man, is it on all platforms? Did I write this right? Okay, is this fact check this? Is this good? Okay, cool. Put it out. Then you're just like, just go off the high. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, so many things like so fact checking and stuff like that.
If you, dude, with music, there's so many platforms you have to like take care of. I'm sure it's the same way. You have TikTok, Facebook, IG. It's probably the exact same. Mm-hmm. Then we don't touch Twitter or whatever like that. But like, then there's so many like YouTube community. Do you hit up your YouTube community? Like,
no.
That's what I mean. There's like so many of those like little like our bands in town is pretty big. So it's like, okay, hit up our bands in town. Those Threads. I'm like, oh damn, Threads. I gotta make sure I post on Threads. Like. Oh, dude, it's everything.
I was going to get to this in a few. We still need to play your new song. But
oh, yeah, please do.
Before we do that.
Should do that.
I wanted to say, because you brought it up, like, and I was going to say it later, you're the best, you're the best marketed band, like, around in our city, in my opinion, right now.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You guys are rock solid, like, that extra effort, and I'm sure money that you put into, like, your website and having all that stuff, like, it's worth it.
Yeah, man. And that's like, shout out to Jake Diab, my partner in this. Like, you gotta have the business savvy as well as the musical talent. Unfortunately, it's in the music business. And when I first got into it, I was not aware. That's like the boring part. And if you're willing to do the boring part and like really do it, like just keep at it and like be smart, learn, and then thank you though, and market the hell out of yourself. Don't stop talking about your music. That's the thing. That's one thing I hope every artist learns. Like, don't stop talking about it until the next song or next album.
Yeah.
Just talk about it forever until you're tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
Because like no one's gonna listen if you don't keep shouting it out, right?
Yeah, and you guys do great. Like you said, you always do all platforms.
Everything.
But like your imagery is always like really high quality.
Oh, thank you.
Wherever you guys get so Sleep When I'm Dead, that's a new song, right?
Yes, sir.
That photo, like, where'd you guys get that from?
So of the artwork?
Yeah.
So like funny story. Oh, you might not like this actually. So we're working with a guy in Montreal. His name is Justin. We wanted to do we used to have like these really intricate lyric videos from this guy called Cold Eyes. That was his like tag. And then like we loved his stuff, we loved his artwork, but he stopped doing it. So we're like, oh man, we gotta find someone else. Stumbling on YouTube, man. Literally just stumbling on YouTube. I found this like AI generated like music video. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. Marilyn Manson, This Is Halloween. Like it was, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Like, damn, this is kind of cool. I'm interested. So we hit him up and I learned I'm not a huge fan of AI music and stuff like that or art. But like I wasn't, at least he opened up like that whole door of like, man, it is a lot more work than people think. And it is a form of art form if treated well and right. So that's an AI generated image. Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
It's not bad. The last couple of things we did were photos, but that one just worked for this one. Cause like the whole theme of this one was, do you remember the old like Linkin Park animated music videos? Like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, AMVs?
Not really.
No, that was what it was based off of.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Honestly, the AI thing, people are always...
I'd love your opinion on it.
People are always scared of new technology, especially people in fields like mine, like photography and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think, in my opinion, it's best to just embrace the new technology, learn it, and then use it to your advantage. Dude. And that's what I've been doing. And
Good for you, man.
Implementing it into my, not so much my personal work, but like in my business.
Yeah, man. It's a tool. At the end of the day, it is a tool. Like, it to me, it sounds like when people were like, remember when everyone's like giving shit to T-Pain for auto-tune? You're like, it's a tool. Like he used it to the extreme, but like, think of one of your favorite artists. They probably use it for recording and stuff like that. It's just a tool people use.
Yep.
So it's cool. I like how it turned out.
I look at it like in like the photographer sense, like when everything went from film to digital, a lot of people, like I would say even just like locally in Windsor, say there was like 30 professional photographers, like through that switch, like 2004 to 2000. So like by like 2008, if you hadn't switched, you were out now. It was kind of done 2009.
Yeah.
So like over that 5 or 6 years where it was like a mix of both, like everybody who didn't switch were done.
Obsolete, man.
Done. And, you know, like a lot of people thought it was like fake and cheating and stuff and all that. But then as things evolve and then 5 years later, they're like, oh, wait, no, it's not.
It's not. Dude, it was so interactive and it was like constantly going back and forth. Like, okay, what themes do you want? What vibe do you want? And like, it was like sculpting this AI tool. It was really interesting. Like that, but kudos to you to like actually embrace it. Cause like you said, man, a lot of people like no. Like, I'm not embracing this new technology.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, good for you, man. That's amazing. Yeah.
And I haven't played with Chat GPT yet, but I heard
I've not touched that. No. I hear it's great too. I haven't touched that. I've heard people like write full songs with that. That's where I get, no, I'm not doing that. No way. Maybe to write like an essay like or something like in school, but like not like if you're like writing. I don't know. It needs a little bit more heart in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But that's me.
That's like for my, like all of my personal work, like I'm just going to do that like the slow process way.
Yeah, man.
But like if I have a batch of headshots to edit and AI can do it in 2 seconds after learning my whole style, because you have to like train it to do your way. And if it can just do it faster, what's the difference between doing that and hiring an editor? There's not.
If someone wants to tell me, I'm here to listen. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's play your song.
Yeah.
Just for a few.
Check it out.
Yeah. We can't get copyrighted because the person who wrote it's here.
I won't see
Dead in the water. I'm going harder.
Is that you?
Everyone's talking
Mr. Diab.
gossip, but I can be bothered.
Rap vocals are
irrelevant. The fame isn't part of it. Cause life is a test, there's no time to rest. I ain't even started yet. Heavens, howling everywhere I go. It don't faze me, cause I can hear the angels call. I will not bow, I will not break. This time I'm wide awake. I'll sleep when I'm dead, awake until the end. They tell me that I'm in.
Sweet.
Not bad.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
It's very complex. There's a lot of layers to it.
There's a lot of layers to it. Yeah.
Who do you say people compare you guys to when you put out a song?
Oh,
Linkin Park and Fall Out Boy?
Linkin Park, heavy Fall Out Boy. We got a lot of honestly just because of the like screamy vocals and like the rap. Like, and Jake kind of sounds like Mike Shinoda, honestly, if I think about it, the rapper in Linkin Park.
Yeah.
But like, we don't think of these artists when we're writing.
No, of course
Like,
not.
we're just trying to capture a vibe.
Yeah.
So the vibe is, it's what you grew up with, right? Influences. People used to say we sound like Billy Talent before.
Does, how many times did you have to record you singing this chorus right here?
How long does it take to record vocals?
Yeah.
A long time.
It's like, how many times did you sing this into a microphone?
I probably sang it. I probably sang it for a full day's work. Like collected. Like when I'm recording vocals, I usually start at like 11 a.m. and I'll go till I'm fried, which is like usually around 2.
Yep.
1:32. Probably 1:30. And I'll do that for like 4 days in a row. Just like shouting, screaming, background vocals, singing, making sure we get like the best take.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is like, I know a lot of people and a lot of vocalists or like stuff like that, they'll be like, this is what it is. That's the moment captured. We very much like to like try to hit the best moment. And sometimes that takes like,
I was very OCD about it.
Oh, it's very like, yeah, particular like, no, dude, the way you pronounce this is not correct. It's okay, let me try it again. So it's a lot of that. I've gone into sessions, recorded vocals, walked out, listened, we all listened, and we're like, that doesn't sound right. Went to a vocal coach the next day or whatever, the next couple of days, came back, recorded, and they're like, okay, that's better. Just to hit the like, how can we make this better than okay?
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like that, yeah.
Like after like that 3-hour recording session, like 11 to 2 or 2:30, whatever it is, like does your throat hurt a lot? Or are you just tired?
So what usually happens is Marty, our boy and producer at SLR, he'll just be like, yo, you sound fried. So like for live, I could probably sing another hour or 2.
Okay.
But like the crispness is gone out of my vocal because I'm just like screaming and like giving it everything.
Yeah, we can't record off that.
And they'll just be like, it just sounds weak. And I'm like, okay, fine. Which is like the hardest thing to hear.
Yeah, that sounded great.
Oh, thank you, man.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
You guys have done like a few music videos, and you did one kind of recently, right?
We did a whole
within the last year?
Yeah, we did a ton of music videos. We did acoustic videos, like live off the floor stuff. Then for the last album, we worked with Henry Natasi and Cinex, and we did like 5 mingled videos with told a whole story for Book of the Broken. So like we've released quite a few music videos. Yeah.
And Henry and like Leo and all them. Like,
yes.
They always
oh my
do
God.
your videos?
Henry, Leo, Garrett. I love that. Yeah. Henry has been with us and Leo just for years.
Yeah.
He's come to Japan with us. Like he's been on the road with us. Like
which one? Both
Henry.
of them? Oh, Henry.
Henry. Yeah. So like I see him as a creative visually like brother in this.
Yeah.
So like we always work on stuff. I'm gonna see him tomorrow, man. Shout out Henry.
That's super cool.
So like and that's one part of our like team that's like I hold like near and dear, and like it's really helped us grow an image, hopefully, and like just visually like striking music videos, right?
Yeah, they're I've only worked with Henry once.
Okay.
I was shooting a wedding and he was doing video.
Yeah.
And then it's funny enough, actually, I had Leo as my second shooter at that wedding.
I love those guys so much.
So like I show up with Leo, and then like Henry's already there, and then they're partners. I think they had put it together like a day or two before, but yeah.
They are like, they remind me of like me and Jake. Like I don't see a one without the other.
Yeah.
So it's like I love those guys so much. They're the best.
Leo's very knowledgeable in gear.
Yes.
Anytime I have, well, I'm sure they both are, but like anytime I have gear questions,
Leo.
I always message Leo. Even like, especially with like computer stuff, I'm like, dude, like, what do I use to like, I don't know, just all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll like say things to me, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know what that is, but like, I gotta get it or whatever. He's got like this thing on his computer, and I forget what they're called, but like, if your computer crashes, like a battery backup.
Okay, yeah,
And he was like explaining like which one I need to buy and that, because like if you're in the middle of editing a video and your power goes out, you'll see the lights go off, but your computer will stay on for like 10 more minutes, so you can save everything, shut it down.
Dude, what a legend, dude. I think wasn't he a Holy Names alumni as well?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
shout out Holy Names.
He's I think he's my wife's age.
Oh,
which
no
is
way.
2 years younger than me.
There you go.
So he was there with you for a year.
He was. I didn't meet him until after.
He was like 9th grade.
Oh, dude,
grade 12.
what a loser, dude.
What do you know? What high school Henry went to, or no?
Somewhere in Kingsville. I have no idea. I have no idea where that guy, dude. How I met that guy is funny too. Like he randomly sat next to my cousin in college.
Okay.
Was like, my cousin's like, yo, my cousin has a band, Autmun Kings. Oh, let me check it out. Oh, not bad. We were looking for a guitar player. Auditioned. Didn't work out exactly, but he's like, yo, I think I like filming and photography. Hired him as a photographer, and we have been together for like 6 years.
That's so cool.
And like
So he does your photos too, and your
photos, videos. He's been on the road with us a bunch. Like he's like such a trooper, like part of the team through and through. I love that guy.
So you guys, do you guys have your visas to play in the States?
I do, yeah. So Jake lives in the States.
Oh,
yeah.
Like right now he does?
Yeah, he currently lives in the States.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
He has a residency in the States, but I have a P2 visa.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Don't you have to get a venue to sponsor you for that? How's that work?
Yeah. So you have to have a gig like pretty much every 45 days. It's all written in the contract, like what it is.
Okay.
So we have like, even if it's like a little acoustic thing, like you have to be playing in the States every 45 days. That's pretty much it. But like the offices they'll help you and guide you. Like Chris Borshuk at Windsor Federation Music's a legend, so it'll help you out with that. But yeah, you need to be like active. So we're active constantly, or like writing in the States, like showing that I'm actually using my P2.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
You have to renew it every year? How
Every year.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
It's a lot easier to renew it than it is to get it though.
Once you get it, you know the process and like you kind of know what you have to do. But yeah, like the first time getting it's a bit of a pain for sure.
I don't think they really have anything like that for photographers. I think they just figured there's enough over there.
Probably. I'm not too sure.
I'm not 100% sure either, but I've run into a lot of issues like over there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Every time I cross, it's a fucking nightmare.
Which like I wish like the Windsor side or like the Canadian side, like we're such a like our cities are so connected, like Detroit and Windsor. Like I wish there was something like a sponsored visa like for our city or something, right?
Yeah.
How sick would that be?
It would be sweet.
Yeah.
My dad's American.
Okay. Oh
but
man.
I never lived there.
Oh, you don't have.
And
dual.
he didn't become American until I was until after I was born. So I wasn't born to an American. And I never lived there or nothing. I've like contacted lawyers and they're like,
that's tough.
Your situation's unique, but like it's not really grounds for you to get a visa.
So there's no visa for a photographer, eh?
Not that I really know.
Or someone could put you under them, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could get like an artist. It would just be like under the realm of like an artist.
Yeah.
I think like for example, if say like you were to hire me to go on tour with you, you're Canadian, you're paying me. I'm not working for Americans.
That's right.
So it'd be allowed.
Yeah, something like that. There's Maybe we should talk about it.
There's like like Gavin Michael Booth.
Love him.
He would know everything about
that dude's a legend, which we filmed at Scarehouse that he owns or he runs.
I don't know. He's got a big part. He's always making movies there. And
I know, like, which is one of the coolest buildings in the city, by the way. Like, have you been there?
Yeah.
Oh my
and
god,
I can't talk about it.
I can't believe it exists. But we filmed our Dream On music video on the roof of Scarehouse.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Gavin's like filmed movies in there. He's making or has made movies about it specifically.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many like random legends in Windsor. It's ridiculous. Like his story alone is so cool.
Yeah.
Wish more people knew.
And he lives back here again, which is so cool.
They always come back to Windsor, dude. Yeah. They do. They absolutely do.
It's funny because when he lived in North Hollywood, and the first time I was ever in California, he like invited me and my buddies out for dinner. We went back to his place and like we hung out around there and stuff. And when he was here, he's such a cool dude. Like I was like 20 or 21 at the time, and he just messaged me on Facebook and he's like, "Hey, like I like to keep up with people in Windsor doing cool shit."
That's so cool.
He's like, "My name's Gavin, whatever." And dude, I knew who he was since I was in the 7th grade.
No way.
Because he made a music video for the Afters downtown.
Oh, no way.
And he made it in Windsor. And I liked them and I liked that song. It was like their #1 song.
Okay.
And I remember watching the music video on YouTube in like the 7th grade and being like, that's fucking Windsor. So like I knew who this guy was. And anyway, he came to visit. This was like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
7-8 years ago. And he was like, "Oh, let me buy one of your pieces. Let's meet up for like a coffee."
So cool.
So when I was at his place in Hollywood, my picture was in his place.
That's so sick.
And I was like, this is sick. And
what
now
a
he lives
wild
here.
town. Oh, dude. I love that story. Oh my God, that's awesome. The Afters. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I check that video out.
Yeah, it's Never Going Back to Okay. Do you know that song? Do you know the Afters?
No, I actually don't. Yeah.
You would like them. They're
sure. Were they like Canadian band?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Now I want to look it up. I'm gonna look it up quick.
Bro, your favorite band. You should know that.
Man, I haven't listened to them since I was like
We're gonna inspire a whole generation to listen to
Wow, they're actually a Christian pop rock band. I didn't even know that. I just thought they were a pop rock band.
He was looking for the Lord in grade 7, eh?
They're from Dallas, Texas. That's why they're a Christian pop rock band.
And they came to Windsor isn't that the craziest thing you've ever heard?
I think because they found Gavin and he's like, I live here, just come here.
Drive 10 hours here, let's film.
He, you know what? You want to see it? I'll put it on the TV.
Dude, I would love to see it. Oh man, that's a great image we got going here though. Live on air.
I've only used this TV during the podcast.
No way.
I think one time.
There we go. Number 2. Who was it with?
Luca Cavallero.
Shout out Luca.
We wanted to play one of his one of his bands.
Oh hell yeah.
Videos.
Nice. Holy Names too, right?
Yep.
Dude, how many
Sash.
If you go down the list of how many people came out of Holy Names, like musicians and artists, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I could name you like 5 on my hand right now.
So like it's funny all the ones we just named. So Sash, a year older than you, then you, then I'm the year under you, and then Luke is the year under me,
dude,
and then Leo's the year under him.
Dude, so many, dude, and then 2 years above me, Chrissy Palace. Chrissy Palace, yeah, Sebastian, yeah, dude.
She's a 92.
She's a 92.
Okay, I thought
Sebastian's
she was a 93,
right?
Yeah, Sebastian's a 93.
Oh man, so many people. Dude, Dakota,
Cal,
dude, Avius. If you know who Stefano LaSavita is,
I don't think so. You
producer,
know,
writer, and stuff like that.
If you keep going up to, I think they're born in '89. Rob Racco.
Yeah, Rob Rocco, dude.
Rocco, however you say it.
And Corporate Saturday, Brendan, I think was in that.
I don't know who that is.
Friel? I always pronounce his last name wrong.
Rob's probably the most famous of everybody we just named because he's like actually famous.
Bastard.
From that Riverdale show.
Yeah.
But he's good friends with one of my really good buddies.
Okay.
They're the same age. His name's Justin Gennard. He still lives here, but he's a stunt man.
He's a stunt man?
Yeah, he was just in the new Priscilla movie.
No way.
Yeah.
As Priscilla?
Elvis? No, he was one of the stuntmen in like the Memphis Mafia and like the roller rink scene.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude. Windsor.
All right. So this was the video.
Okay.
So like I remember just listening to this in like literally the 7th grade then just kind of piecing together that it was Windsor.
I'm so excited right now.
And Gavin. So Gavin like got approval from like the city to close this street down and
that is so cool.
This is 2007. Yeah.
You were in grade 7? No way.
Whatever year it is, that's what grade.
I was in grade 7. So I was in grade 8.
Whatever year it is, that's what grade I start and what grade you finish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Look at this shit, dude. No way. Our cops don't even look like that.
It looks the exact same, but it looks different at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
You like that old cop car?
I love it. One shot?
Yeah, it's one shot, yeah.
I love that.
Man, that's a lot of people.
Dude, I don't know where he found these people. Dr. Disc. Dude, banger of a tune, too. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. Dude.
Like that building's all different looking now, but
hired half of Windsor to fucking...
Yeah, man, Gavin's been doing shit for a long time.
I know. He's doing stuff with like Third Eye Blind too and stuff, right?
He made a music video for D12.
No, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
D12.
Dude, how cool is that?
Dude, that's sick, dude. That is so sick.
Yeah, Gavin's an inspiration to me for sure. Like, so how he really got started was he used to make fake media passes and then go sneak into venues in Detroit. And that's how he met Third Eye Blind. And then he met them backstage and they took him on the road. Dude.
I love the hustle. I appreciate the hustle.
I might be wrong if it was Third Eye Blind or not. If you listen to our podcast, we talk about it.
I got to check that one out. I definitely have to check it out. Yeah. I've talked to Gavin a couple times and I remember him talking about the lead singer of Third Eye Blind.
It's probably Third Eye Blind.
I think it was Third Eye Blind.
Was like how he got, I think, like
in there
a little bit.
So cool. Dude, so many just cool people doing cool shit in Windsor randomly.
Yeah.
Randomly. Like, what is it? What are you doing here?
Yeah. And it seems like everybody's like quiet about it. They don't get like enough hype. Like my friend who's a stuntman I was just talking about, like he was just in the new Adam Sandler movie, the Bar Mitzvah one. he like holds up his daughter in the chair and like he's just chilling.
We gotta be out here more yelling, like, dude, like Windsor's a spot. Like we can make it a spot.
That's what the podcast is for.
I love that, dude. Keep doing it.
Show more people.
Like it. Let's go. That's awesome.
Oh, about the visa thing, I wanted to say. Okay. So, I was saying it's always a nightmare for me. Mm-hmm. So I had a photo pass. I missed the shooting the sheepdogs once because of it. Oh, so yeah,
in the States.
Yeah. So they were playing at the Fillmore, and they were opening for, what are they called? Oh my God.
When was this?
This was in 2019. Oh my God, the song's on the tip of my tongue. No,
the Sheepdogs.
Who would the Sheepdogs be opening for?
Yeah, Canadian band opening in Detroit.
Now I can't remember who it was. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, so I was crossing to shoot, and I'm like, yeah, like they're like, where are you going? Like, I'm going to a concert. Why are you going by yourself? I'm shooting photos there. What do you do for a living? I'm a photographer. Are you being paid? No, I'm not being paid.
No, I'm not being paid.
Which I'm not.
Yeah.
I just got a photo pass. I'm shooting it, and then it was for like, I get all my photo passes just through like a blog in Detroit.
Okay.
And I just send them to the guy, and he posts them, and that's it.
Damn.
So they're like, he's like, so sometimes they'll just let me go, and then he pulls me in. So he like slaps the thing on.
Yeah.
I go in, and then the guy at the thing, he's like, you can't do that. And I was like, I'm not being paid. He's like, you can't do that. I was like, dude, I've been shooting bands in Detroit for like 5 years. Like, yes, I can do that. And he's like, nope, sending you back. He's like, give me your
back.
No. So he's like, he told me sending me back. He's like, I'm sending you back. He's like, give me your phone. Unlock it. So I told him like the whole story, like this Zoom shooting for, this is the girl's name that's with the sheepdogs that gave me the photo pass, all this stuff. So he has my phone for like 40 minutes. I get it back. You know, you can see like what apps they went in, right? Like dude, he went through fucking my whole phone.
But he's playing
he's playing games. Yeah. And he calls me up and he's like, okay. So I was like, I was going to send you back. He's like, but I went through like all your emails, and I read them all, and everything you said was 100% true, and I actually see that you're not being paid or whatever. He's like, so you can go. But
thanks.
I missed the fucking band because he took too long. But it's okay because I got to shoot them in Blues Fest. But
that's cool. That's cool. So damn. Yeah, it's a mixed bag, unfortunately. Yeah. For musicians, like if you do the work, you can figure it out. You can do. I don't know for photographers and stuff like that, unfortunately.
Do you ever get hassled even now that you have the visa, or you're like all good?
No, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, just kind of fly through. But we work at it. We're constantly doing stuff in the States. I'm constantly have gigs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a hassle to get. But if you want to crack the States, or at least Detroit, you got to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I just, dude, I don't even care to make money over there. I just like going to shoot for me. Like,
I know,
and I still
dude.
get a hassle.
Dude, it's hilarious what they think we're doing over there. It's like, dude, I'm getting like maybe $50, like a cold pizza, and like opening for nobody. Like, no one's gonna even be there, and like, just please let me go.
It's funny because like I feel like we're aware of that. Like I get offers for jobs in Detroit all the time for work, and I just say like, no, I can't. But I get calls like a couple times a year where from somebody, they're like, our photographer got stopped at the border. He didn't know, like they wouldn't let him cross. Like it's crazy. And I'm like, well, it's actually not crazy. Like he's not allowed to work in a different country. Just like I can't work there. But it seems like they never know, dude. Like all the time it happens.
Just because I go so frequently, I won't say much about it. But like every time I go, it's different.
Yep.
Different story. They're like, yo, we've never seen this. I'm like, the last guy said he did. Last guy asked me for something else. I brought it, and now they're like, what is this? I'm like, you asked for this. It's always different.
You guys did that sick tour in Asia.
Yes.
I wanted to like ask you, so how long did you go for?
We were there for about 2.5 weeks, about 3 weeks. Yeah, we went from, dude, it was such a dude. It went from Guam to Japan to South Korea. Like, we flew... Dude, it was the travel days were like literally 24 hours.
I could imagine.
Oh, dude, like it was so fun though. I love that shit.
How many shows did you play in that time you were there?
Every day we played a show. There was a lot of travel days, kind of, but we played about 9 shows, I think it was. Okay. By the end of it, yeah.
So it's like travel day, show, travel
pretty
day.
Much,
okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like everything's just so like 12-hour flights. They'll be like, okay, well we got to fly from like Guam to Japan tomorrow. It's like, okay, well, there's the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was stuff like that, but it was so fun. I enjoy that aspect, not even just because it's like overseas stuff like that. I love when it's like, yo, we need to drive like 10 hours overnight to get here. And I'm like, let's fucking go. I love that stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's fine. But it was super fun, man. Have you ever been to Asia or anything like that?
Nope.
Oh man.
But I love traveling. I travel a lot.
You should go, dude.
I know,
So
it's on my
beautiful,
list.
man. Oh, dude.
Honestly, the reason why I haven't been, like, I travel a lot, but it's always like North America.
Yeah.
And I can't do the flight.
Dude, I don't blame you, man. Dude,
I've never done it, so I don't know that I can't, but
have you've been on a plane?
oh yeah, I fly it all the time.
Yeah. But it's the long flights.
I can't fucking sit still for more than 8 hours.
Dude,
I
12
can't,
hours.
dude.
12 hours.
I know.
A 12-hour flight. Bro, I don't know what happened. I always got window seat. Every flight, window seat, and I always be sitting next to like two old people, and they never get up to go to the bathroom, ever. So I'm like, it's like hour 8, and I'm like, I need to use the restroom. Like, please move, please move.
Oh, that's the I'm gonna switch the battery on the camera.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we'll jump
I
right
thought
back
my phone
into
was
it.
going off.
Okay, sorry everybody. I had to change the battery on the camera. So
We're talking about Asia?
flights. How long the flights were?
Dude. So like the first day of flying, it was literally from Detroit to Denver, which is like an hour or something.
Yeah.
Then Denver, I think we went right to Japan, which was like, oh, dude, it was such a long flight. I think it was 12 hours.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
12 hours. Didn't like straight. Like I got up one time to like stretch my legs.
Is it a comfier plane than a normal plane that you fly around it? No.
If you're talking like Spirit, yeah,
Of course.
Yeah,
But is it like
100%.
if you fly like Delta to California, it's that same kind of plane?
Like a little bit, yeah, dude.
Dude, I don't fit on planes, man.
You're tall, dude.
I'm
You're tall,
6'4", dude.
I'm a small dude, so like I can you can put me in the corner. I'm
My
chilling.
head, it doesn't go on the headrest.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
above it. My fucking knees don't fit.
Dude, that's Jake. Jake the same way.
Yeah.
He was like so uncomfortable, dude. Our sound crew was so mad. They were like, dude, I can't do these flights. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, we're on it now. But dude, that wasn't even the full day. And then we had to fly from like Japan to Guam, which is like another couple hours. I forget. But literally we left at I think we left at 6 a.m. and we landed at 6 a.m. It was like a 24-hour day.
Yeah.
So fucked. It was so bad. I might be mixing, but it was definitely a full day of travel. I have a terrible memory.
I go to California like a couple times a year. It's my favorite place.
Yeah.
And that's a 5-hour. Well, it depends. So there's a few different routes Detroit can take to get there. It's anywhere from 4 to 4.5 to 5.
Yeah.
And
That's not
dude,
bad.
I can't even stand that.
That's not
I'm
bad.
like, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Get
but
the aisle. You got to get the aisle seat. Fuck a window. Don't worry about the how it looks in the plane. Who cares, dude? Get the aisle
and stick your feet out.
Stick your feet out, dude. Buy a neck pillow, headphones. I'm decked up. When I'm on a plane or even in a car. Jake and I just went to Nashville last week. 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
I'm decked out. I'm what do I need? Snacks. Okay, I got snacks. I got Cliff Bar. Okay, I got water. I'm not. If I don't have to leave, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Yeah.
What were you guys doing in Nashville?
We're just doing some writing and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. We go there a couple times a year.
Do you guys play there ever?
We played. We've only played one time there with for a showcase opportunity, but not too much. It's so country down there, man. It's have you ever been to Nashville?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
You like
drove
it?
there a couple years ago.
It's so fun.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's if you want to get into music, it's the closest city I would say to us. That's okay, you can make a living in music there.
Yeah,
which is cool.
I went to that museum, the whatever.
The rock, the rock museum or country music museum, whatever it is.
Yeah. It reminded me of just a smaller version of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
exactly,
but it was sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because me and my buddy drove to. Do you know Dave Vaselli? He's your age. He went to our high school. He's very quiet.
Maybe if I see him.
Yeah, probably if you see him, you know who he was.
Terrible. I'm sorry if I don't remember. Sometimes I don't remember family members. It's bad. I have a terrible memory.
You know Dave. I'll show you a picture when we're done.
I'm gonna be oh my god, I had classes, dude. I know that guy. Yeah, I guarantee it.
So he's my best friend, and we drove to Florida 2 winters ago, just fucking to surf and camp and hang out.
Dude.
And then on the way back, I was like, dude, I'm not doing that drive again. We're stopping in Nashville. And it made it so much better.
Yeah.
Because it was just 2 8.5-hour drives.
Yeah, which is way better. I've always wanted to do that through Canada. So I've done a tour. You've driven through Canada.
I've driven from Banff to Tofine, Vancouver Island.
Okay.
But I've never driven from here out there.
So you've never, dude, you want to hear a bad one? I'll tell you, this one you might have nightmares, dude. Our first big tour through Canada. This is when this is second year of the band.
Yeah.
We had to drive from Ontario to Manitoba. 30 30 hours. 30-hour bus drive. 30 or 32 hours straight, dude. We drove straight. Like none of us drove. We were in a bus, right? It was like a band, a couple of people. We did a high school tour, a couple motivational speakers. They actually came in Holy Names too. Like Live Different was the company.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we did. And we toured across Canada. We played for high schools. And the first drive, the guy is just a beast. His name is Jamie, dude. He was like, I can drive the whole way. I'm like, what? Inhuman. Just pounding back sunflower seeds. He's like, I just need a 2-hour like sleep and we can keep going. Drove legit 30 hours, man. He slept for 2 hours and drove the whole time.
Jeez.
30-hour bus drive.
Jeez.
Nuts.
I see. That's why, I don't know if I could do that it's not even so much that I hate being in the car. I just don't like the wasted day. Like,
yeah.
Driving to Florida. So the reason we had to drive is because we went like unlimited time. Like we didn't have a day we were coming home, and we wanted to camp because campsites down there are like $15.
Oh, nice.
And it was February and you could camp there, and we just wanted to surf. So we wanted to bring our surfboards, whatever. It would, like we couldn't have flown. It would have been more expensive. But like if I'm going to Florida, like, dude, it's an hour and 40-minute flight. Like I'm fucking flying there. Man. It takes a day and a half to get there in a
You're
car.
so right, dude. Even like Jake and I, so we were in last week we were in Nash. We were literally finished our session. It was like 6 o'clock at night. We're looking at each other. We're like, should we just drive home tonight? Because at least you have the day, like you have the next day. We didn't do it.
You didn't do it?
But we were like so tempted for that exact reason. It's like, dude, it's a whole day.
A whole
like,
day.
A whole day's gone.
Of your life.
And then it's like, okay. And then, dude, and literally it's like, okay, we're going to drive back and guess what you can do when you get home? Sleep. And then the whole day's still gone.
You're
We're
right.
Like, God damn it.
You're right. I guess you might as well just drive during the day.
Name of the game, I guess, man, is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't mind driving, but I don't like the wasted time.
Yeah. I love driving. I love the traveling aspect of what we get to do. It's like, we don't do it often, but like, I love it. Like that 12-hour plane ride, like I didn't like it, but I was looking forward to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that 30-hour bus ride, I was like, this is going to be wild.
Yeah, I need to go over there. So like when you guys were playing over there, like when these other bands, like did they speak English? Like could you talk and hang out with them after?
So what it was, which I don't think a lot of people know what we did, we got asked to play a military tour. So that's what it was. So we played military bases in like South Korea, Japan, and Guam. So it was all Americans, but like there was a couple Canadians, but like they're just stationed there. They're intermingled like with the population. Like it was mainly English speaking people. We met a few people, but it was mainly like support like the military stuff like that, which it was cool because you don't even like, it was such a different level of like performing. And like, as like a Canadian, like you're like, oh, American military, like what, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
It was such an eye opener. And like these people are so down to earth, man. And like, so like welcoming. Cause they're like, we don't get this. Like we can't just go to like a bar and watch a band play. Like they're like craving, like just like a normal moment of entertainment.
Yeah.
So like to go there was like more impactful in an odd way. It's really, really cool. Like I really hope we get to go do it again. Like they're some of the best shows, and like sometimes there's like 50 people.
That's sick.
Swear to God, yeah, it was really, really cool.
Dude, did you guys get to like do a little bit of like sightseeing and traveling and stuff on that one?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, South Korea. I said this literally on the bus ride to Henry. I'm like, if I was a photographer, I would just go to South Korea and take pictures because it was like some of the most beautiful landscape I've ever seen. Like just, it looked like it was just jungle everywhere. Like it looked like King Kong was about to like come out. I'm like, dude, like, are we looking around? Like this is insane. Insane. Japan was cool too.
Japan's
like,
on my list. I want to go to Japan.
Yeah. Japan was like another level. Like I've never been anywhere like that. But like the view of South Korea was fucking sick. Yeah.
I'll get out there one day.
You gotta
soon.
go. Yeah, it was really cool.
I got so many places on my list, and then I always just keep revisiting the same spots because they're easy.
What's top?
Like that I go to. Well, I think I'm going there in a couple weeks. Is Nicaragua?
No way.
Yeah, it'll be my 4th time there. I'm trying to go in like literally 2 weeks.
Damn,
it's my favorite place ever.
No way, really?
Yeah.
What makes it so special?
I don't know. Like the people there are really cool. It's just like, it's the poorest country I've ever been to. It's the poorest country like because it's in Central America, but like that's not actually a continent. It's in North America, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the poorest country in North America. It's just like, it's really chill and lay back. Like where I go, like they don't have roads. Like it's just dirt. Like bulls and cows walk in the street. Like you get gas for like your little moped in like a little outhouse, and they put it in like a cut up like water bottle and dump it in your bike.
You're going to these places? What are you doing, dude? Like just taking
like
pictures,
surfing and taking pictures. Yeah, just like stay on the beach there, and you just surf all day and eat good food.
That's
and
amazing,
just like
man.
ride dirt bikes around in the fucking jungle. Like it's
you have more of a rock star life than I do. What's going on?
yeah, that place is sick. That's my favorite place.
Nice.
Ever.
What about a place you want to go to? Like, what's number one you want to go?
Number one, I want to go probably like Japan's up there actually.
Japan, yeah. Me too. It was up there. It was like number one for me. Like when I got there, go to the 7-Eleven. It's true. It's amazing. You have to fucking go.
There's like a big photography scene in Japan.
Okay.
There's Mount Fuji, which like one of
Yeah.
the biggest photography companies of all time is named after.
Yeah.
Fujifilm. So that company's in Japan, and like there's all kinds of like old camera stores and new camera stores and like there's so many fucking people there, right?
Oh, dude.
And their culture's so cool.
Dude, the most respectful people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Like just the nicest people. Amazing place.
It seems very inspiring and like creative there. Like
It was, man. Even just being there, like there's beauty in everything there. Like literally, like you're like, I'm telling you, man, we were walking to 7-Eleven and I'm like, why is it's so nice here? Like everything's nice. You go in the 7-Eleven, you're like, this is like better than some restaurants I've been into. Like what is going on? It's crazy. It was just like that like even lower level like form of entertainment there. Like it was so fucking sick. It was awesome.
yeah, just like all kinds. Yeah, just like little things like that.
Little
make it
things.
cool.
You would probably see more like shit than we did. Like we were like working. You know what I mean? So like we would go play a show, then it's like we would hop on a bus and go to the next place.
Oh, I gotcha.
I didn't get to explore too much, but like what I got to see and like when we got to walk around, it was really fucking cool.
Yeah, and then there's all that nature there. Like there's so many mountains out there in Asia and stuff like in the background, and
It's insane.
yeah, that's high on my list too. But man, I love traveling the States. Like I love New York and California.
Just went to New York for the first time.
Really?
A couple months ago.
When'd you go? Like what month? I was there in November.
I was there in September.
Okay.
You know when they had the massive flood?
Yes.
Dude, I was there
the
2
subways
days
and
before.
stuff. Wow.
It rained the whole time. Me and my girlfriend were like, this is beautiful, but fucking sucks. Like it's
Yeah.
raining everywhere. And then 3 days or 2 days later, we came home and it's like the sewers are backing up in New York. I'm like, oh my God, we were right there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you just stay in the city, like in Manhattan?
Stayed in the city. I went to Brooklyn.
Yep.
Stayed in the city a little bit. The main reason why we went to go see Josh Groban on Broadway.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, no, it was awesome, man. So cool.
I'm not a big like city person. I kind of like nature-ish a little bit more.
Same.
But New York doesn't count.
No, New York is its own entity, man. Like I'm the same. I would never live in a city. I love going to visit these places, but like I would love to just like live like a hobbit. I always tell everyone, if I could be a hobbit, like that's what I want to be. Yeah, it's like smoke a pipe, sit in my backyard with my feet out. Like that's what I want to do. But yeah, like New York is its own place. Like those kind of places. Nashville is like its own place. There's more nature in Nashville, obviously, but like those bucket list cities, like they are on that list for a reason. So I want to go to those fucking places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nashville's a good example too. Where have you guys ever played out in California?
Not in California. No. We do a lot of stuff like just like up and down 75. Like Chicago, we've done a lot. Indianapolis.
Yeah.
The furthest we've been is like St. Louis, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
That was a fucking drive too. Talk about drives.
I got a buddy out there.
Yeah.
He does video and stuff.
Pretty cool town. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like pretty cool place. But like, yeah, we do a lot of just like kind of up and down that. Not too many fly dates. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I got you. Where's on your bucket list for going to?
Dude, I want to go to like my top New Zealand and like
Over Australia, New Zealand?
Yeah. And like Ireland and like shit, and like Scotland,
cool.
dude. I just want to sit in the pub with like a Guinness beer. Someone just starts like playing an Irish tune. I'm like, oh, dude, I could die right here and like be the happiest I've ever been. You know what I'm saying?
Ireland would be cool. And that's not that far. That's a
No.
lot closer than fucking Japan is. So.
Yeah, oh, dude.
And when you land, everybody speaks English, so that's nice.
It was a plus.
Yeah.
I can read the signs everywhere, which is a help. Yeah.
So have you been? You haven't been there?
Never been.
Okay.
Never been. Oh, that's the bucket list. Number one.
Have you been to Europe at all?
No, I've personally been to Europe, but like the Europe right now for the first time is in the cards for us. We have a European agent. which is
sick.
cool. So like hopefully some stuff will start coming down. But like the touring world is so different than just like putting out music and performing like even locally or up and down 75. You know what I mean? So it's all about finding the right shows and like hopefully getting the right audience when you're out there. But that's definitely on the cards this year. Like I think we'll be going there hopefully in the summer.
So you're Italian, right?
Buddy, yeah.
So have you been to Italy?
I've been when I was young, like super young.
Are you first? Like, were your parents born there?
My dad was born in Italy. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You're not Italian.
Yeah, I'm Italian.
You're
yeah.
Italian too?
Yeah, I'm half.
No way.
Yeah.
Have you been to Italy?
Nope.
No.
My wife's half, and she's been to Italy.
There you go. There. What part of the boot are you guys from?
I'm from both my mom and dad are both half,
Okay.
and their parents are from Calabria.
Same.
And my wife's Sicilian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but her dad was born there too.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
my
I'm
grandparents
Calabrese
were
too.
born there.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah, sick.
The toes, bro. The toes.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're talking about like going there.
It was cool, man.
and- yeah.
It's chill vibes. My dad just came back. From
Oh,
Italy,
did he?
And he's like, everyone's just like chilling. He's like, I don't even know if people work here. Like they're so like their life. I love their lifestyle.
Does he go back home when he goes? Like, do you guys stay with your family and stuff? Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like
cool.
you're and like Calabrese, you said.
Yeah.
And like if you know anything about Calabria, it's like farm country. Like it's just I don't know where you're from, but like where my town, my village, it's like just farm. Like it's just like not a lot of people, not a lot of things happening. So it's like you go there and like people are just eating and drinking wine. Like that's all everyone's doing. Like,
So for me, like it's my grandparents that are from there.
Yeah.
So like they came over when they were younger, and like a lot of our family is like it's becoming like more and more removed now.
Yeah.
So like, but my wife, like her dad was born there, and he goes all the time.
Okay.
So like her family, like they're still close.
Oh, nice.
So we were just like her cousin just came here from Sicily. We were hanging out like
go.
one summer. So like yeah, like her family is they're still connected.
you should
over
go.
there.
You should go, dude.
Yeah.
If you have like Sicily was sick. I went to Sicily. It was nuts. Like I was riding. My dad was riding a moped and I was on it. And I was like zooming through the streets. I was super young, but yeah, like if you have someone who's like, I can show you the city. Like,
Yes.
I will show you the best parts. Like absolutely go.
Yeah.
But if you're like just going to like when if I go back, eventually it'll probably be to visit family, and I know I'm just gonna be like chilling. Like it's just not. It's not. My town is not the vibe.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. if we won, we would definitely go with my
You gotta.
father-in-law.
You have to go out. You have to go and see the sights. You
Yeah.
gotta go do it.
So he like what my father-in-law always does is he always hangs out in like Rome for part of his trip, like the sites, and
gotta.
then he'll go see his family for a bit.
That's cool. That's the way to do it. That's how. If I were to do it, that's exactly what I do.
Do you speak Italian or just your dad?
Just my dad.
So you got to go with him.
Oh, absolutely.
That's like we got to go with my
Yeah,
father.
you don't speak.
like,
No. Does your wife speak Italian?
No.
No.
So like we gotta.
Dude,
You gotta
go to
be with-
Italian classes. What is this?
So my friend Dave, who I already brought up, like he took Italian in high school, so we could kind of talk.
Oh, dude, I took Italian in high school
Did
too.
you?
I didn't
You
learn
did
anything.
shit.
And I'm Italian, dude. I didn't learn shit, dude. I didn't. Did you know any French?
No,
Oh, dude.
no.
And how many years did we take French classes?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
A full decade.
Which like as the older you get, like the dumber that you seem for not learning it. But
Absolutely.
man, you know what my problem was with learning language in school is like they taught you how to write it and how to read it.
Yeah.
Like I need to know how to fucking speak it, man.
Dude,
Like
I learned more on Duolingo than I did in like class, to be
yeah,
honest.
like you're learning like all like the masculine and feminine and all these pronouns for writing. It's like, dude, just teach me how to speak it.
Yeah, it's so
Like if you like that, or at least like understand it. You know what I mean? Like I don't need
Absolutely.
to know how to write it down.
Nah, dude, it's so backwards. Like I wish it was a little different. I would have taken it. Like I would love to if I could speak Italian right now, dude. It'd be amazing. Just to
would be.
myself. I talk to myself all the time. Dude. Be the best.
It would be, yeah, no, that'd be sick. Like I said, like I've like going down to Nicaragua and stuff. Like I've picked up more Spanish than I've ever learned
Yeah.
French. Like
That's the way to do it, right? Everyone always says, at least my dad always said, he's like, if you just like spend a couple weeks in Italy, like you'll pick up certain things. Like you just will. You just have to.
and just
Like
try.
necessity. Yeah, just try.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like they're not gonna shit on you or anything. Like they want you to try.
Yes.
Which is kind of nice about Italians, right? So
Yeah, I always feel like I'm an idiot when I'm trying to talk like that. But then I kind of remember like when I'm out somewhere and somebody has like really broken English, like trying to talk
No,
to me.
you're not mad,
You
right?
figure out what they're
yeah,
saying.
you're
like
chilling. You're
yeah.
like, oh dude, yeah, you sound great, man. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, dude. Bucket list. Next podcast, we're both gonna know Italian. Italian podcast. no, I know. Erase that.
Okay, I saw that you guys played 100 shows in 4 months.
That was the tour I was talking about, the Live Different tour. Yeah.
The one where you did all the high schools.
Yeah.
You did 100 shows in 4 months.
Just about, yeah. There was a show every day, and we were gone for 4 months.
Yeah.
Does that check out? Yeah.
That does check out.
Yeah.
It's like
I think so.
120 days.
Probably more. Yeah. But that was the longest I've ever been away from like home. 4 months straight. Like we never came home.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 2016, like the second year of the band. We got into a high school tour, and it was so worth it. And it was so awesome because we learned that like we could do it, like we can tour. B, like 4 months away from home, and we were like, oh man, like okay, it's tough, but like me and my girlfriend have been through that, and like I know I can do that. And like 4 months is long as hell. Like we probably won't hit a 4 month tour like that straight ever.
Yeah.
So just knowing like those ins and outs of like what can you handle on the road was huge. And we still have fans from it, like from 2016.
That's sick.
Nuts. Dude, you'd go and you'd show up to like a Holy Names, or like, dude, we played like Paris, Ontario randomly.
That's cool.
There's like 1,500 people. You're like, there's more people here than like if I booked a show in like Detroit. Like
That's true, dude. If you play for a high school, that's a lot of fucking people.
That's why we did, and we're like, man, we're gonna hit so many fans, and we still have our fans from that like years ago. So it was highly recommended if you could find something like that. But yeah, over 100 shows for sure.
That's
through
actually
Canada. We started in Ontario, went to BC, and drove back.
That's very smart way to look at it. Like if you play a show at like Meteor that holds like 300 people, or you could play a high school where there's 1,500 kids there.
It depends what you want to do, man. And like I love Meteor and I love playing Windsor when you can, but it's like it depends what you want. Like if you want to be a touring band, we always said it's like, okay, it's got to have one of two things. Either it's like great exposure, you're gonna hit a lot of faces. Like our show is gonna be great. There's gonna be 1,200 people here. Awesome. Or like it needs to be worth it, like financially a little bit, so we can fuel the band. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's got to have one of those two things. Rarely does it, but when it does, like that high school tour was a great opportunity, so we took it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun, dude.
What's like the craziest like fan experience you've had? As like, has somebody like recognized you somewhere? Like, who's like, wait, do people ask you for your autograph? Has somebody like gotten like a tattoo or something?
There's tattoos. Yeah. We do have Autmun Kings tattoos out there. There's a couple. Yeah, there is. In Windsor. Shout out Haley and Travis. There's a couple people and Sabrina.
Three people?
I think there's more than that.
That's sick. Do you guys have tattoos that say Autmun Kings? You and Jake?
No. Sorry. I always said, I'm like, yo, if we ever sold like if we ever went like platinum or something, or went gold or something, like I would get an Autmun Kings tattoo. 100% get out, like just like the lion or something.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have one.
Do they all have different ones from each other? Like all the people that have them?
Yeah. I know, I won't out them, but like I know someone has like the lion on their wrist. Someone has lyrics that I wrote out for them.
That's sick.
Which was cool but terrifying at the same time. Because I'm like, dude, my handwriting is so trash.
Oh, like you like
I wrote it and they used my handwriting and they got it tattooed. I think they have 2 tattoos.
Oh my God.
Of like 2 separate songs.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and I was so nervous. I'm like, can you like, please just, I was literally like, please just print. They're like, no, it would mean so much. And of course I did it, but my handwriting is so bad. Dude, but like shout out, they like the tattoo. So it's like, exactly. Right. I'm like, dude, imagine I'm like, yo, write your name down. I want the tattoo. You'd be like, it's going to look so bad.
Do you remember Jared Sorko? He did the Yo, I'm from Windsor dude. That guy.
Yeah.
He like dropped off the map a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Just disappeared.
Where's that? Oh, okay. Wait.
Dude, I saw him at Art in the Park.
No way.
And I was like, yo, Jared, like I was at his, like I've been to his house before, like back in like 2015, 16 when he was making music and stuff. Like I was doing some photos for him. And I was like, dude, like I haven't seen you in like fucking 8 years. Like where you been? And he's like, I got rid of like all social media. He had a flip phone. He's just chilling. He doesn't do anything.
Dude.
And
he's just from Windsor, dude.
Yeah.
He's like chilling.
Anyway, I bring him up because he has what's the lead singer of Sum 41's name?
Oh, Pierre.
No, that's Simple Plan.
Oh, you said Sum 41?
Sum 41.
Oh, Darren? Derek or Darren? Yeah.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
So he signed Jarrett's arm.
Oh, no way.
And then he like slept like this that night, I guess, and then brought it and got tattooed over it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I wrote mine out and gave it to them. So
Okay,
that's cool. But yeah, it's cool and it's an honor. Like definitely appreciate it. But it was nerve-wracking as hell. But yeah, there's a couple of Autmun Kings tattoos. Fan interactions, like recognize once in a while. Like the most random was we were in Toronto. I was literally in a Shoppers in Toronto. They were like, "Are you in a band?" I'm like, "Oh God, yes, yes." I'm like, I'm not who you think. Like, there's no way I'm who you think. They're like, "Yeah, Autmun Kings." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that is me." But the wildest one was when we were on the military tour. People would come up because we'd have like a meet and greet after the line of people. They come up and be like, "Man, I've been listening to you guys for like years," and we'd be like, "What? Like how? Like how did you?" I thought it was really cool, but like, yeah, there's fans all over the place.
Yeah, man, you guys have a lot of listeners. Like just on that new song, you already have like 27,000 listens.
Is that 27? Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And it's only been out for 5 days.
Yeah. So it's doing well. I'm really proud of it. But yeah, and that's just
like, is that well, or like, do you wish it like have other ones done better?
Like day of and stuff like that.
Like how is that for 5 days? Like, are you guys happy with those? Yeah, you're happy with that.
Yeah, I think yeah. I won't sound like a dick, but I'll be like, I think the metric, like if you go on Spotify for artists, I think it's a bit more. So which is nice because we've built up this business and this band for like almost 10 years, and to know that it's like, okay, if we drop a song and promote it well and like put a lot of effort into it, like we didn't just put it up there. Like, I hope people know that, like, it's not just like we dropped it and it's like, oh, there's ads into it. There's a music video into it. We're pushing it on socials. Like, we have a whole infrastructure around it so that it does do well, because no one's going to find it. No one's looking for it. We need to put it in front of people's faces and they're like, oh, this is kind of good. And then they'll find it.
That's a good way to look at it.
So unfortunately, that's how it is, or fortunately. So we hustle hard. And and it's working, and it's good because like our monthlies are going up and like they're staying. So we know there's hardcore fans, and we're just gonna keep grinding that way. And we've been doing that for like 9 years.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can see that you guys are great with stuff like that.
Oh, thank you.
So your monthly listeners right now, that like you guys are happy? Those are continuing to grow.
Yeah, man, and that's like oddly enough, like a big metric for like people like in the industry. They look for Spotify numbers. So and we're just proud of it because like we've been grinding it. We did it all on our own. Like we've never had like a song like just blow up on it. We don't have like a hit song, quote unquote. No one's like tweeted our name out or anything like that. It's just like all organic growth.
Yep.
And just like strategic marketing and songwriting, hopefully, and all that kind of stuff. So like all those are just our numbers. Yeah.
What I like about views and listens rather than likes is it's not bullshit. Like people are like too cool to like something or whatever, but like if you fucking listen to it, you listen to it.
Exactly, dude. And that's what I like looking at the Spotify metrics. I'm sure some artists don't, but it's like I like to know, okay, like this is doing pretty good. This is good. But then like immediately it's like, okay, what's next? On to the next one.
Always.
So we're ready to go for another one coming soon. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, dude.
Another local artist that has really good views on Spotify is Ruby from Flowerface.
Amazing. I love Ruby, dude.
Her fucking
I personally don't know her, but I love her music. I love Flowerface's music.
Yeah, very unique. Yeah. I don't think she lives in Windsor anymore.
I think she lives in Montreal now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I saw her perform a few times, which is awesome. Her visuals are so cool.
Yeah.
Garrett, if you know who Garrett is, I know he's with Synex and like Henry's
okay.
There. I know he's worked with her a bunch, and like they do great work. I think he filmed a few of her projects. So cool. Such a unique voice. And in Windsor too, like from Windsor too. Like,
yeah,
she's really cool. I love Flowerface.
She's cool because like she's kind of just like her own thing. But then when she plays, she had like her band. She would play with,
man. She's super talented and like such a good songwriter. Like her lyrics are so cool.
Yeah, her lyrics are fucking cool.
So jealous.
Yeah, I remember the first time I found her and I was like, "This has been in Windsor."
I know,
in like 2018, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I know, man. There's so many cool dude. Flowerface, Indiana Jones, amazing. Justin Zuccato.
I don't know him.
You have to check him out.
Okay.
Amazing artist from Windsor. He tours with like Billy and like Raful and stuff like that. Like such a cool writer, performer, like amazing, dude. And he just lives in Windsor.
And the Bluestones.
The Bluestones, dude. Like just like that. I always said like, man, if someone just put it together, maybe I will eventually. Like
Steph too.
Steph,
dude, he's fucking blowing up like crazy.
It's insane, man. It's like, I don't know, if someone just put like a Windsor like showcase together, or like rented downtown like that huge stage we had and just got these bands together, man, like I think it would be a great show. Like I don't think you have to pull anyone out from outside. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. No, I think so too. If you did all like the like big bangers and you
Yeah,
like set it up
man.
cool. Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Someone do that. I don't have the time to do it. Maybe eventually I will. But
You know who would be amazing to do that, and he's too modest to ever admit it, would be Dan McDonald.
I know. I love Dan.
Dan would be the best person to do that. And if everybody heard he was doing it, they'd all say yes to
I would
play.
say, Dan, I'm calling you out right now. Get it going. Put it together. I think it'd be amazing. There's just too much talent in the city, and like no one talks about it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Except for Dan.
Dan.
Dan knows like more about like all the going on like music, what's going on over anybody in the city for sure.
He's so nice too.
He's the nicest guy of all time.
I randomly co-hosted a Fight Like Mason charity event with him.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. He's like, yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. I'm like, you forget how good he is on the mic.
Dude, he's so good, eh?
Dude, I'm like, years of honing his craft. Oh my God. I'm like fumbling my words. I'm like, dude, it's like coming out of his mouth. Like, oh, dude, butter.
You're really good, but like you are good. Like you're good at talking, but you do it, all the time. You talk in front of people.
I love this kind of stuff. I love podcasts. I love podcasting. I love like shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just a giant nerd. And like when a nerd gets to talk about his interests, like they're down.
I found like you and Sebastian, like all my guests have been great on the mic. Fine. Especially, but like, so you and Sebastian are used to having a mic in front of you.
Yeah, pretty comfy with a mic. Yeah.
But like Tori and Dan, like that's their job.
Dude, it's like they dance around the mic.
Yeah, they did. So like I could, if I interrupted them for a second or if they got off track, they're like really good at like
the improvise,
pulling it back together.
Insane.
Yeah, you can tell it's their job.
It's such a talent, and like kudos to them, because like I'd love to do it, but like it is a skill on its own. It's so cool.
Yeah, being able to talk is like I was really nervous for like my first few episodes.
Yeah.
I'm not so nervous anymore.
No, man, you're killing it.
Done. Thanks. This is the 15th one now. I'm starting to get, more.
Fuck yeah. Number 15?
Number 15.
Fuck yeah, dude. Love it.
Yeah.
Shit.
So did you see that you play piano too?
Yeah. I play instruments to write. Like I co-write and write a lot of songs for Autmun Kings, stuff like that. So like I can like fuck around with the piano and play guitar, like ukulele, anything you can like write a song off of. I could write a song off it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you play anything?
No, but I'm actually I can like fiddle around on a ukulele.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Same. It's fun.
It's super fun. And the nice thing about a ukulele is you always play all four strings. So it's not as complicated.
Yeah.
But no, actually, the last 2 months I've been teaching myself guitar.
No way, dude.
It's incredibly hard.
Jam it up.
Yeah. So I've just been practicing, just trying to learn like Black Sabbath songs have actually been pretty easy. In some ways.
Yeah. Do you tune it properly, or is it standard tuning?
I just do standard tuning. What are you supposed to tune in for them?
I don't play a lot of Black Sabbath, but I'm assuming it's dropped or like drop D or like.
Yeah,
I'm
that seems
sure.
like a popular one.
Yeah.
Some Green Day ones aren't super. So this
Green
is the thing
Day.
is like Green Day and Nirvana songs are like easy on the surface, but then like incredibly hard to do it their way.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
That's like the magic of like their songwriting. Like you play Time of Your Life by Green Day. You're like, oh dude, like it's like the simplest chords, like G, D, C, like it's this, but the melody on top of it, his voice on top of it, the lyrics, how like he's strumming it, you're like the magic is like you almost couldn't recreate it. Even when you play it alone, you're like, it just doesn't sound as good. Yeah. That's just the magic of it, right? So but yeah, dude, the simplest songs are the best songs to play and learn and keep going. I learned all Beatles songs.
First?
Yeah,
Maybe I should
Beatles,
jump into that.
Beatles. Oh, dude, buy a Beatles songbook. You'll learn every chord you'll ever use.
All
and
like
not
acoustic
use.
though you're talking about.
Yeah, acoustic. Once you learn like what the acoustic chords are, doesn't matter if it's a piano book or whatever, as long as it says the chords, right? A minor, D minor. Yeah.
So like that's how like anytime like I want to play like a ukulele song because I can like actually play and strum those songs at like full speed.
Yeah.
I usually just look up like the guitar chords and then just use them.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you can kind of read, like if you play guitar or if anyone plays guitar, and like I know a lot of people like shit on like ultimateguitar.com or whatever. Like if you ever, dude, you're teaching yourself and you're learning how to read a certain form of music. Like if you saw sheet music and you saw like A minor, like okay, you can't read the actual notes, but it's like, oh yeah, okay, A minor, I know that chord.
Like, yeah, I know what an A minor looks like.
I can figure this out. Yeah, dude. Like I don't know.
I've just been using tabs a lot.
Yeah, dude.
On electric guitar and
Yeah,
just,
fuck yeah. Electric guitar too? Play electric?
that's the only thing I've been practicing.
Oh, you
on.
don't play an acoustic?
No.
Buddy, you gotta get an acoustic.
Yeah, I know I should.
Absolutely. Then you'll be like, oh, okay, sounds good now.
I've just been doing just any song that has power chords in it. So like White Stripe
Solid.
songs, Black Sabbath songs.
I started
Green
playing
Day
White. That's where I
songs.
started. White Stripe songs.
Some of his songs, like the power chord, instead of having like 2 fingers on the bottom 2,
Yeah.
he only uses 1.
Yeah.
So it's way easier to slide up and down.
Yeah.
Because that pinky's not on there. And like
feel
I'm not
you.
fast enough yet. So like his
Dude, that's how I started. Jack White. My brother played drums. I played guitar. It was the only band with a guitar and drums. Like, yo, let's play Fell in Love with a Girl. And that's how I started playing.
Yeah.
And singing, yeah.
Yeah, Fell in Love with the Girls. Like I think that's the one. I think that's the only song I can play all the way through because it's just like
I think it's
really
like four or 5 chords. Yeah, you got it. It sounds so good, right?
It does sound good.
Jack White's the man, dude. Detroit.
Yes. Have you ever driven by his house he grew up in?
No. Isn't it?
It's like 3 blocks over from like where you get back on the bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that close?
It's in Mexican Town, yeah.
Damn.
It's on a street that starts with an F.
Oh, damn. I thought he, because he still lives or has like a place in Detroit.
I think so.
And I think it's like red and white. Like
Oh,
the
that
whole,
makes
like
sense.
some red and white mansion or something. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Because he goes to that record store pretty frequently, I heard.
Third Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his? Yeah,
In
right.
Cass Corridor. Like I asked the employees, I was like, do you guys get to see him a lot? And they're like, yeah, like he comes by sometimes.
Yeah, I went to his. Did you go to the Third Man Records in Nashville?
Yes.
How sick is that?
They got the guitar
dude.
from It Might Get Loud.
Oh my god, so sick! And they have like the one of the Lego stills from Fell in Love with a Girl and his
Oh,
Grammys
cool.
just there, and I'm like, this guy's the coolest fucking guy.
Dude, I heard from some people that met him that he's like huge. He's
Tall
like as tall
fucker.
as I am.
He's massive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I did not think that. And then I heard that. And then I looked up, he's like the same height as me.
Dude, okay, so I went where was I? And I met like artists. Where the fuck was I? We opened up like, okay, this is a common thing. Whenever we open up for artists or meet other artists, like they're always tall as I'm the shortest. I'm always the shortest front man, always short as fuck. And like everyone's always a monster around me. Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? But then I look at like Ronnie James Dio. Okay. Kurt Cobain, he was short. Okay. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. But yeah, dude, like artists are usually tall as fuck.
Yeah, now that I think about it, like a lot
Dude,
of lead singers are pretty
tall.
tall. Like even
Tall.
Billy Joe's pretty tall.
Billy
not that
Joe,
tall?
he's
Yeah.
about my height.
Is he?
I think
Okay.
maybe. Okay.
I shot him. He smells so bad. Dude, seriously, I'm not kidding.
Wait. Did you shoot him after or before a show?
During I shot them like
Oh yeah, dude. He probably was sweating it up.
But like when you get to shoot big bands like Green Day, you only
Yeah.
get the first 3. So like it just fucking started.
Immediately.
He already smelled. He did, dude. Because like when you're in the pit, you're like this close to him, right? And he's like leaning over you. It's like, oh my
This
god,
is the greatest. That's the greatest piece of information I've ever been given. Amazing. Was he tall?
I don't remember him being that short, but I shot him 8 years ago, so it could be short.
Oh, okay.
We could look it up, but I'm just not going
I'm
to.
sure.
You know who's pretty short is like the lead singer of well, he's not short, but he's not tall. He's like the lead singer of Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah. He's probably around my height.
Yeah, he's probably your height.
around my height. Yeah. But dude, like Chad from Nickelback, he's tall.
Is he?
Yeah, dude. John Mayer's like, I don't know how to. He's like over 6.
Dude, I saw him this summer.
No way.
Oh, he's the fucking best
He's
musician
amazing.
alive.
Dude,
Yeah,
absolutely killer.
He's insane.
Fucking killer.
So he's been playing like he plays with the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And so we went and saw one of their shows
Awesome.
in June.
How was it?
It was fucking sick.
Amazing.
The set list the night before had a couple of my favorite songs on it, and I saw that and I was like, "Fuck," because like my favorite song of all time by any band is "Brown Eyed Woman" by the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
And they played it the night before, so like I drove to Cincinnati to see them.
Yeah. Okay. Played since.
And I'm just driving down there, and then I saw it, and I was like, no. But it's okay. Like, I got to see Bob Weir and John Mayer
That's
literally
pretty
play
cool.
guitar together for like 3.5 hours.
That's pretty fucking sick. You're a big Grateful Dead guy?
That's my favorite band.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask. Because Grateful Dead to me, I love Grateful Dead. There's certain tunes like, okay, awesome. I like the classic stuff like that. What is it about Grateful Dead that you love? Is it the lyrics? Is it the music? It's just like
song.
it's like how'd you even find them? Because like Grateful Dead to me, like you don't hear any songs on the radio.
They have they're the most successful touring band of all time with no #1 hits.
Like they just have this massive cult following. And it's like, who are these fucking guys, and how do people get into them?
Bob Weir's played more shows live than anybody of all time, and nobody's ever catching him.
No one will.
He's played over 18 years worth of live shows. Like
no
days.
one's gonna touch. Like just how like the industry is now. No one's gonna touch him.
Yeah,
no one's gonna touch him.
I don't know what it is, man. It's like why like people become like a deadhead, and like no other band has that.
They don't. That's what it's so interesting to me because I'm like,
their music.
There's something about it, right? Are you a big hip fan? Tragically Hip? You are a big Tragically Hip fan? What's it about the hip that you like so much?
I think it's the Canadian aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you grew up here.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know too many Windsorites that are huge.
Sash is probably the biggest.
Okay, I knew that actually. I knew that actually, and now yourself. Yeah.
They there was a band in Windsor, Fisher Kings.
I love the Fisher Kings.
So they would cover.
You know who
songs.
the Fisher Kings are?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
They in 2000, let's say 16, they played a show with Hutch at Beer Exchange.
Oh no way!
And I was just shooting the show. It's actually funny. I ran into them, the two of them, singer bass player.
There's a singer bass player and a drummer.
I think I ran a singer bass player at the DH at Hutch's last show.
Oh, no way.
And he's like, do you remember me? He's like, you shot us. Like, and I was like, yeah. I was like, you guys need to play again because they were fucking sick.
Dude, amazing. No one knows who they I won't say no one knows who they are. But every time I bring up this band, because fun fact, I was in a band, I played rhythm guitar and like my buddy asked me to play for like a battle of the bands. I don't even think we had a band name, right? This is like, I don't even know, like 2013. No. 20. I was in high school. Anyway, and they played, like the Fisher Kings played, and Joel from Ashes of Soma.
Yep.
He was like a judge, and they were so fucking good that all of us didn't want to go up. We're like this, like what? I thought this was like a fun, like this is like they're a professional band. Like, they sound amazing. And then I hadn't heard anything from them in like so long.
I was like, are you guys, and I think they told me, so it was the bass player and the singer is who it was. And I think they started the band together in high school. And they were just talking to me and they're like, they're getting older. Like they're in their late 30s now. But they're like, I think we're going to start to play a couple shows. And I'm like,
good, man. They were so, the drummer's a singer.
Yeah.
So good.
Dude, they do White Stripes cover and the drummer sings it. What fucking song is it? I can't. Dead Leaves on the Dirty Ground.
Oh my God.
And they played
one of my favorite
that.
songs of all time.
And the drummer fucking sang that song.
Dude.
I was like, dude.
They have a video on YouTube. I forget what the song's called. That's the only thing they have. It's like a live performance video. And it's so fucking good. I can't believe you know who the Fisher Kings are. That's awesome.
So that funny story about the hip with them. So they covered a hip song that night at TBX. And Sebastian was upstairs and I was like, fuck. So I ran to get him and he jumped the first flight of stairs and like landed. And I was like, dude, they're playing the hip. And like we ran in there and it was like
awesome.
It was like the year he died, I think too. So
that's awesome. Though. That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. So you like the hip then?
No. Sorry, not to burst your bubble. That's a band. I'm like, it's a huge band, huge Canadian band, like Canadian darlings. And like, I think it's because we're from Windsor. I'm from Windsor. Like, I never grew up with them. I didn't know anybody that listened to them. Like, it was later in life. The reason I know so much, I knew who they were. Never listened to a song. I was always like, maybe Bob Cage. I knew the song, but whenever we did like, the band started with acoustic, like shows, right? Just to like get money to like fund like an album or something, right? Every fucking man. Know any hip? Do you keep playing a hip? Like, I don't know one song, sir. I'm so sorry. And we never, and like, just because we're shitty, stubborn musicians, we're like, we're not learning any hip songs.
I think I like them because they have good diversity. They have a lot of different moods across their songs.
And like,
Good
after
stories.
diving in, like, because we drove through some of the towns, like Wheat Kings, that was like what it was like written about. Like, I would listen to those songs, I'm like, okay, this is fucking amazing. Like, I get it. I totally get it. But I didn't grow up with it, so it's not like, it's not in my world of music.
I think for me, it's both my parents. Like, I love music. I've never met anybody who beats my Spotify hours. I fucking listen to music. I'm a huge fan, and it's funny because like I don't do it. Like I told you, I've been starting to practice guitar, but like I don't play music. I just love it. And it's one of the only things in my life that I love and don't do. And my parents aren't into music. They'd never really listen to it. They just listen to whatever's on the radio. Like, they don't really care.
Mine too.
But they both love the hip.
No way.
And when I was a little kid, they used to like dance with me in the living room to the hip when I was like 2 years old.
That's
and, like,
so cool.
Yeah, so that's
so
kind of
cool.
why.
Damn. Yeah, no, mine. No. Did your parents ever play like Italian music?
No, because their parents are Italian.
That's right. They were both happy. Yeah. See, I grew up with like Italian music in the house.
Okay.
So like my parents did not listen to music. Like what's on the radio? Like the Bare Naked Ladies, they thought were the coolest band.
I
ever.
like the Bare Naked Ladies, like 5 songs.
I mean, if I had $1 million, it'd be awesome. You know, I'd buy it for a coat. But yeah, so I didn't grow up with music either, but that's funny that you say that. The hip. Fuck. The hip. I'm not going to go listen to it on the car ride home.
So are you a Grateful Dead fan?
I am.
Okay.
I am. I'm not. You're obviously a fan. Like I couldn't name you tunes, but like I have some of their records at home that I throw on because I'm just like, there's such an interesting like case study, if you will, like with like certain bands, you're just like, how did this happen? And like, what steps? Like you can't even recreate the steps that they took. So they're just like one of the most interesting bands I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Like just look through their history. Like how the fuck did this band happen?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah. And like their music's fucking awesome.
If you're listening to their records, so the thing about them is a bunch of their most popular songs were never recorded.
No way.
Most of them were.
See, I'm learning.
So like that one that I said is my favorite.
Yeah.
There's no studio recording. I would say like out of like my favorite 5 songs from them, 3
are recorded.
Are not recorded.
Oh, no fucking way.
Yeah. So there's a couple. The thing is, they let people. So what they would do is they would let people record their whole set like off the board, and then just make bootleg CDs, and they didn't give a fuck. And the record label used to get mad at them and be like, "You can't do that." And they'd be like, "Fuck you," and do whatever we want. So they just used to do that, and they would make no money off it. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So because of that, there's a few concerts that they played in history where the recording was really good. Mm-hmm. So like every one of their songs that isn't recorded, there's a really, really good live version of it. Yeah. And that's kind of like the master recording.
I gotcha.
So there was a show in Europe 72. There's a show and it's got a bunch of their hits that were never recorded. Okay. And it's like, it was remastered like 10 years ago and it sounds like a studio album.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I just have the, what's the
American Beauty.
Probably, yeah. Absolutely.
With
what's the one with the rose on it? Yes. That's the one I have. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Songwriting's fucking awesome. Like I get the vibe, but like their level is just like unmatched. It's so interesting to me.
So when they play, every song is like 10 minutes or more. It's like 10 to 12 minutes. So they just fucking jam. Yeah. And like, dude, John Mayer's the craziest guitar player.
He's a beast. He's literally a beast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I love his, even his interviews, like when he talks about like song crafting and like in music, and you're just like, dude, this guy's lived a life. Like he's like so wise of like just everything, man. That's so cool. That's cool.
Him being like a huge Deadhead and then playing with them made me like an even bigger John Mayer. Whoever fan? Says they don't like John Mayer is lying.
Dude, if you don't like John Mayer, then you love Taylor Swift. That is what it is.
But yeah, so like he obviously that made me like a bigger fan of his because he plays with them.
Yeah,
he pretty much does like Jerry Garcia. He does all his song. So every song that he sings, John Mayer sings it. That's what it is.
Fan of the ice cream. I got it.
His voice is fucking crazy, eh?
John Mayer?
Yeah.
He lost his voice.
Really?
He lost his voice. He like got nodes, I'm pretty sure. And you might have to fact check this. I heard that he was told not to talk for a year. And he did that. I think he did it. Like he moved out to like a ranch or something and he didn't talk to anybody. Maybe a year is too much, but he was told not to talk for like a long period of time because his voice is so fucked up.
So like, how's your voice in terms of like health? Is it fine?
I feel fine. Yeah, like I've never had issues. Besides like one time on the road, like I lost my voice because I was sick. And like then that's when it's like, and I just screamed through the whole set. Like I still performed.
Did you?
Oh yeah. But it was like the next 2 days I couldn't talk. It was bad. But like in terms of like stamina, like it's pretty up there just because we used to play like 3-hour acoustic gigs, like 3 times a week. And like Jake and I would sing the whole set. Like we'd go back and forth. So that helps because we cover for each other so we can take a breath. But I haven't, knock on wood, I don't know if this is wood, plastic probably, but it's been good so far. I haven't had any issues yet.
That's good. Do you don't lose your voice very often?
No.
From singing? No.
No. And I've just like figured out ways that if like it's hurting a certain way, it's probably not good. I figured out like, okay, I'll just, instead of using this type of singing technique, I'll go to this, and I can get away with it. Or even if I'm sick, like I've never canceled a show, or we've never canceled a show because like someone was sick.
Okay.
Yeah, like never happened. Even when I did lose my voice on tour, like I still did it.
Damn.
So yeah, just because it's like, we're very much of the mindset of like no one cares. They don't care that you're sick. Like they want to see the show.
Yeah.
And some of those shows, like they were like, man, you sounded awesome. I'm like, after the show, I can't even talk to them. And they're like, they don't care. The performance felt good. The energy was up. I hit whatever note I could hit and made it work. And then it just turned out all right. So, but in terms of like losing my voice or anything on tour, no. I'm always worried it's going to happen, but it's never happened. So knock on plastic.
I've only lost my voice one time. It was at Muskoka Woods in grade 8.
Dude.
Like half the school lost their voice.
Dude, you were screaming when you went down the big swing.
Yeah.
I get it.
I remember like a lot of kids lost their voice out there.
Did they?
Did you went, right?
Of
in grade 8?
course.
Did you go in high school too? As a leader?
No. That was the big thing though. Like,
dude, that was like 10 times more fun than in grade 8.
Fuck, dude. I didn't do fun shit in high school, dude. I didn't do anything in high school.
Dude, I didn't do too much like extracurriculars with the school at all.
Yeah.
But I did do that and it was fun.
That's cool. That's one thing I regret about like that too. I didn't do much in high school either. Like no music. I did battle the bands like once or twice. But no, nothing like that, dude. Like fucking even I did more like I was more involved in the arts after school.
Oh yeah, I wasn't involved
dude,
in that at
like,
all in high school.
I did play, I did fucking music, like music videos, acting, writing, like all that shit well after high school and like all that stuff.
Pretty much like right when I finished high school and I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? I picked one thing.
Love it.
And I
was gonna say you did. I don't remember you doing the photography in high school or anything.
Nope, right when I finished. So
no way.
So right when I finished, I was like, I'm gonna take a year off, and figure out what I want to do.
Love it.
And I was like, I'm gonna pick something, and I wanted it to be kind of something creative. And I told myself I was never allowed to stop.
Yeah. No fucking way.
Stop. Never stop. It's been over 10 years.
Amazing. Dude, fucking congrats, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Dude, I love seeing people like from like the past that fucking are killing it.
Yeah. There's awesome. A lot of people too that are killing it.
I know. It's insane.
Yeah.
And like we said, man, no one talks about it. You're doing the Lord's work here, man.
So you said that you go to like you said you went to a vocal coach. Like
yeah.
Do you go to that a lot or just when you guys are recording or?
Right now I'm doing it about once a week. Cool. Just to work on like areas that I don't usually like sing, like registers I don't usually sing at, just to be a bit more like versatile. I'll go if we have like a long tour or we're recording a lot, but not usually. Like I didn't go to a vocal coach when I started. It only started when Jake and I were writing I don't know if you're familiar with the catalog, but like Want You to Stay, one of our songs, we just started getting a bit more melodic and there was less like shouting like rock vocals.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it. I didn't know how to do it. Like it just didn't sound great. Like I could do it, but it didn't sound great recorded. It's such a different world, like performing live and then recording vocals. There's so much that goes into it. So I had to learn. So I was like, I'm not just going to keep shouting into a mic.
So like, do you know how to like sing in like notes? Like
yeah.
That's crazy. You can hear that?
Yeah. What do you mean?
So like
wait. What are you asking?
It's called like singing in key, right?
Yeah.
And there's like different keys, like their letters, just like chords are.
Yeah. If someone's like singing this key. Yeah.
So like what, like the keys are different letters, like A, B, C. So like, is that the same sound that like comes out of like playing that chord on a guitar or a piano? Is it like the same like?
So like the chords, like the notes create that. Like there's so many different notes that like different voicings create that chord. Yeah. You're asking a more. I can only explain it to you as someone who doesn't read or music.
Okay.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you go into like a guitar tuner and like hum a note, like you're hitting like an F or like hitting
and it'll like
it'll catch
ding.
it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know.
Oh,
I can't sing at all.
You can't sing?
No.
I bet you can sing.
No.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a terrible singer. I'm sure everybody could sing if they like went to a vocal coach
yeah,
and
man.
taught them how to sing,
Dude.
right?
She's the Kathy. Shout out Kathy Costa. She's the best.
I couldn't sing even like karaoke. Do you do karaoke at like parties and stuff?
I don't usually, but when I was in Japan with like me and our sound guy, Ian, shout out Ian Hine, the fucking coolest guy in the city. Ask anybody. He's like, yo, we want to hit up a karaoke bar, just like on our night off. And me and Keith and him went, and there was no one in the bar. It was like the owner and like a random, like she lived upstairs, something, this lady that just lived upstairs. And we sang karaoke for like 3 hours. And there's a video of me, I think Keith has it, or it's somewhere, like, and I'm just singing like MCR, like at the top of my lungs, MCR. And it was fucking the best.
Dude, if I could sing like you, like sing in a band, I would be doing karaoke everywhere.
No, you wouldn't, dude. You wouldn't. Because everyone, you know what happens, dude? Everyone, it's gonna sound like such a dick. Everyone wants you to sing. And then it's like, you only want to do things. You never want to do things that people force you to do, right?
You're right.
Like if someone's like, "Yo, sing for me," I'm like, "I'm not singing for you, dude."
Yeah, it's like when people like ask to take pictures at like.
And you're like, "No, I don't want to."
Dude, I'm not fucking doing that.
Exactly.
yeah. No,
you're like, no, fuck you.
No, dude,
I'm not gonna perform for you.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, hey, come to this party, but like, bring your camera. It's like, dude, I'll stay at home, thanks.
Yeah, like I was never the guy that's like, oh, like, there's a guitar here? Like, I wouldn't touch it. Would not touch it.
That makes sense.
Because I just don't want to be like, yeah, everyone gather around while I fucking sing Wonderwall, like everyone, you know what I mean? Like I don't want that.
People always give me take our picture and they give me their phone, dude. Like I don't want to take your fucking picture, man. I take thousands of pictures a week, dude.
I know.
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to be like that, but it's like,
and
if the vibe is right, if everyone's like singing and like I went to karaoke like last Christmas, one of my friends came down, and I met them at a karaoke bar, and I'm like, you know, everyone's singing, the whole table's singing. I'm like, okay, the vibe is right. I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll fucking sing.
That's different.
And then it's like, okay, I'm not going to be like, there's like 10 people. And I'm like, all right, guys, sit down. Here we go. I was like, what the fuck?
You know, it's funny, but from like the other perspective, like, dude, if we were at a party, you would probably say, hey, can you take my picture with your phone? And I would probably be like, dude, can you sing?
Yeah, but now I know you. I'm like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Dude.
Yeah,
you want me to sing? Sure.
It's funny because like, yeah, like I would like people like I would want to see you sing. Like if we were just hanging out somewhere. Yeah. No, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you guys? So you guys went viral on TikTok with the Go for Gold song,
Go for
right?
Gold. Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, that was, dude. That was just a whirlwind because like we've never had anything like that happen. Besides like our Livin' La Vida Loca went off on Facebook like years ago, like almost fucking 7 years ago, or whatever. Like millions of views. Yeah. On Facebook, and was like, that was cool. So I had a bit of a viral moment on there, and it was like, oh, this is cool. But TikTok is such a different animal, and like it's seconds. Like it's like, here's a 30 to 45 second clip, now has 1 million views. Like, what are you gonna do with it? It was only a chorus that like Jake and these two guys wrote, and we're like, well, what the fuck can we do with it? And literally the day we found out it hit 1 million, I think Jake and I got into it on a Zoom call. We're like, hey, we got to finish writing this song.
It wasn't done yet when you.
No, dude, it was just a chorus. It was just a chorus that because of like the songwriting round that he was in, like the contract, you have to sign something or whatever. So they finished the song. Jake and I combed over the lyrics. He's like, okay, I'm already on the chorus because I sang it in the video. I'm like, okay, you stay on the chorus. I'll do the verses. I went to the studio, recorded it in like a couple hours. Marty, shout out to Marty, worked like literally probably 24 hours straight to like put all the production down, guitars, bass, all that shit. And it was done. We recorded it in like 3 days.
So you guys didn't play like the bass or the guitars on it either?
Yeah, Jake played the guitars on it, and I think Marty played the bass on it. Or Jake played the bass on it.
And Marty's just the sound guy?
No, Marty's a producer at SLR Studio, but he's like a beast. Like plays guitar, bass. He can play some keys.
So he'll just like jump on and be like, "Oh, you need bass," and just do
absolutely.
it.
And like because of how fast we needed it out, because we're like, here's this viral moment. We've never had something like this happen. We have to jump on it. So we're like, this song needs to be out yesterday.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So we just worked fucking our asses off for 3 days, and then released it like I think that Monday, like that next week, and it was out.
Well, you got over almost 3 million listens on Spotify.
Yeah, and that was just, that song was written in 3 days and just like put out, which is fucking, yeah.
Getting 1 million, yeah, it's at almost 3 million.
Oh, fuck, cool.
But Electrified's almost at 5 million. Dude, that's crazy to have millions, eh?
It's nice. It's nice. It's better than having thousands.
All like your top all your top songs are all in the millions. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I think what's top right now? I think Livin' Electrified. Yeah, Livin' just took off. That's that on Facebook. Like, just was so popular. Yeah, but yeah, it feels pretty good, man. Yeah, it's nice. It is nice.
Yeah, that's cool. But like at the same time, like even if you weren't getting any, like you'd still be doing it, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Jake and I talk about it all the time. It's like you have to have. I maybe you'll agree with this, and like I've said it forever. You have to have a certain level of like just delusion. Like you need to be like, no, like even if it's not working, you're like, no, it'll work. Like you have to keep going, or else you're one day you're just gonna stop, and then none of it will be worth it. Mm-hmm. So at least keep going until it's worth it. Mm-hmm. And like it's taken a long fucking time. We've worked literally day and night for like 8 years, and everything we put out, we're super proud of. Every year we got bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's felt like the best it's ever felt. And it's like, oh fuck, okay, it was worth it. It's still worth it. Yeah. And we're just gonna keep going. I'm sure you feel that you have to have a level of like, everything is telling me don't do this. I have no money, like fucking nothing. My song's not on the radio. Like I don't have that. And then you just keep going, and then you like put your head up, and like you're like, oh fuck, damn, 1,000,000 streams. Fuck. Oh wait a second, a couple 100,000 views on the dude. This is where people are messaging us like from around the world. You're like, holy fuck, okay, it's working. There's something here. There's at least something here. Yeah. So you just have to be like delusional. Ignorance is bliss until you're like, oh fuck, okay, wait, it is working.
Does Spotify pay you guys, or is it just like insignificant, like the percentage that they give out?
I am of the mind and of the camp that the Spotify pays aren't bad. Okay. They're not too bad. Like, maybe because like where we're at on there, like it's our stream count's a bit higher because we like push ads, like everything we make, we put right back into the band. But the payouts are pretty good. Like it's not too bad.
How often do they pay out? Like, how does it work? Do they give you like a check every month or like a direct deposit?
So it's just through distros, like distributors. So we're just through DistroKid, which is like, I think free to join. Like it's just like the most basic one you can get. And they pay you out like every month.
Oh, it's just like a monetization kind of thing?
And they'll collect from like Spotify, Apple Music, like Tidal, like Deezer. Like they'll collect all that, grab it, and then they're like, here's your money.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I've like seen that for the podcast come up, but like the podcast doesn't get, it's brand new. It does not get views that, but like things pop up for.
Exactly. So like stuff. If you're willing to not make money for like a long time and put it right back into your music and like ads and figure that out, or find someone who does that, you could get out on top. You could be a working musician and like just streams, right? Yeah.
Just doing what you love.
Exactly, dude. That and who gives a shit about anything else? Like as long as you get to do what you love, who cares?
Yeah, and you're happy, having fun.
Exactly. I'm having fun, dude.
That's all enjoying it. Yeah. So you guys had a song used by the NFL or the NHL?
The NFL. The NFL, yeah. The NBC used it. So NBC hit us up and they asked to use Electrified for their Acura, the car. Their commercial, their electric car. Yeah. So it played on
that's sick.
Sunday on Monday Night Football. I think Monday Night Football. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they play it every. It was like us. And it was like Carrie Underwood, and then it was the program. So.
I thought I saw a few years ago. Like I knew there was like that was like the recent thing. But I thought a few years ago you guys played, or your video played on the jumbotron at Joe Louis Arena or Little Caesars Arena.
Oh no, yeah. So we've played like a couple arenas now, and like we've played Little Caesars Arena. We did. We played the arena in Chicago where the Blackhawks play. I don't watch sports. I don't know. We've played St. Louis, their arena. Where else did we go? We played another arena, but like we just we straight up just hit them up and we're like, hey, can we play a hockey game? They're like, yeah, absolutely. So sometimes they put us in the ring, in the arena, and like we're actually playing, and they put us on the jumbotron, and like this is Autmun Kings, and then we just play our shit.
People think these things just happen, dude. They happen because you fucking ask,
dude.
You know what I mean?
The amount of like,
don't realize,
dude, the amount of cold calls and emailing. Like, shout out to Jake. Like, he's just a beast. Like, he'll just email. Like, I'll take a full day and just hit people up because none of this, and we talk about it all the time. Nothing we've ever gotten or like a milestone for us, like nothing has ever been like an accident or like, lucky. It's always like, all right, who can we hit up to get this? Yeah. How do we get our name at least in this pool that this might happen? And then hopefully we're lucky enough that it does happen. Like it's never been, no one's ever reached out to us ever.
Yeah. And you send 100 of them in one. Like one will get back to you. Like there's
if that, dude.
Yeah, if that, exactly. Like there's my last book I put out was all photos from Tofino, like a surf town on Vancouver Island.
Okay.
One of the stores out there sells the book, and they're the Indigo and Lakeshore.
Yeah.
They sell my book. And
no
everybody
way.
was like, that's fucking crazy. Like your book's at Indigo.
How'd
like
you
good
do
for you.
that?
It's like, yeah, dude, I fucking asked, man. Like, you know, you gotta fucking
dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like no one's looking for your shit. Like just no one is. There's so much. Like no one's looking for our music. Like we have to put it. Like there might be someone who's looking for like, oh, I'm looking for an energetic, like I want a rock song, or like they want this vibe. But like, how are they going to know unless you try and put it in front of their face? Like get it out, call people, hit it up. Oh, can we get on your college radio station? Like just random shit.
Like this Indigo said no twice over like a couple years, like the one at Devonshire Mall. And then I was just like, oh, let's fucking ask the one in Lakeshore. And they're like, yeah.
Dude, when we first started our EP, we mailed out like, I don't know how many CDs to college radio stations to like spin us, like give us a try. I don't know if any of them did. I have no idea. You know what I mean? Or the amount of like emails we've sent out to people that are like, yo, could you use this? Or like, hey, can we do a collab? Like, da-da-da. Like maybe one will get back in like a year. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's just that delusion of like, okay, well, let's just keep going. Maybe this one will do it. And it's tough sometimes.
And then once in a while, we were about to give up, and then somebody does it.
Dude, that's exactly.
You start going again.
That's literally COVID time. That's what happened. We were like, dude, this is so hard right now. Like, we can't play shows. Like, do we release music? Like, we can't. Like, what are we fucking doing? And then we just kind of started writing the album. And then once that came out, we were like, oh, okay, we figured this part of the world out. Like this timeline that we're in right now. Okay, we kind of figured it out. And then we just kept going that way. And then we got an MLB thing too, like from that album randomly, just cause like we found like, okay, a sync agent, or we put our music in front of other people's face that like, maybe they'll take this. It was never like, oh, we found your song online ever. Yeah. Never.
My plan for my new book that I'm putting out is, there's a few like bigger photography like YouTuber guys who review photo books.
Hit them up.
So my plan is a lot of these guys have PO boxes, but I'm just gonna message, and they're always pretty receptive to messages because I messaged them before.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, send me your address. I'm gonna send you my book.
Hit them up.
And just fucking send the books.
Dude, I
out.
bet you could find their PO box. Like you don't have to hit them up.
Easy, exactly.
Hit them up.
And if I send it out to like a bunch, and maybe one even just like shares it on their story or something, like that's fucking cool.
Dude, Jake and I flew to Atlanta to write with a guy who's like a pretty well-known rock writer, just to be like, okay, maybe we'll get a song out of it, and worst case, now he knows our name. And that's what it was. We never even used the songs. So it's like, just try it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Try it. Why not? Hit him up. Email him. Go out there, be like, yo, hit him. If you're a writer or like photographer, like, yo, I'd love to shoot you. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like anybody, you never know. They might. Tea Party said yes.
Yeah. I've shot so many big bands. So I was telling I teach at St. Clair photography class.
Oh, no way.
This semester, yeah. And I was telling my students, I was showing them some of the photos, and I was like, I've shot huge bands in Detroit. And I was like, I did some of it when I was still a college student. Like, you know how fucking easy it is? You just have to ask. It's actually really easy.
Dude, they're looking for someone to shoot. They're looking for someone to take pictures.
Yeah, make a fucking fake journalism thing if you can't find any. Dude. But like, they're students in the journalism program. I'm like, you guys can use the school's paper as your credential. And that's what I used to do. Yeah. I write for this newspaper.
Genius.
And this is it. And it's active. And like, they approve the photo pass.
That's it, man. It's all about the hustle and like just figuring out safe and legal ways.
Yeah.
How to like, work in the system. Like it's designed for you to not work, but you got to figure out a way to make it work. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, When do you guys think you'll play here again?
It's hard to say, to be honest. We just opened for Bush like a couple months ago. But we usually, probably in the fall sometime. We usually do it around October, stuff like that, or in the summer and stuff like that. So expect something soon, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah. Probably this summer or fall, early fall.
And are you guys planning to put out like an album next, or just keep dropping a few more singles?
Dropping singles. We're trying to do a single every 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
we're set up. We're set up until I think deep into the summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you already have them ready to go?
Oh yeah.
They're all done?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, dude. It's we went into, we have like we call them seasons. Like we had a touring season where we went to Japan, all that stuff, and we were on the road a little bit. But after that, we just went to writing mode. So that was writing season. We're like, okay, well, let's come up with at least 10 songs that we're happy with, that we want to cut. So right now we have 7 or 8 that we're like, okay, like half of them are recorded, half of them are going to be recorded. We need like 3 more songs or 2 more songs. So that's what we're working on currently. But yeah, we're set up until, we're going to have a new song up until like 2025.
Do you guys always record at that studio in Windsor, or do you guys move around?
We've currently always recorded there. Like we've built with Marty, Jake and I just built a muscle. Like it's just like one brain. Like you go in there, like we throw ideas off each other, but it's like we all know where we want the song to land. Yep. And like how we want it to be sonically and like sound and the vibe of it. So it's just like working a muscle. Like we just built it up, and now it's just a fucking brain writing in that room. So we've written with other people, like in Nash in Atlanta and
yep.
and in Canada and stuff like that. We've in Detroit, and we've written with other people. But recorded, it's always been with Marty. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for right now.
I can't think of anything else. Just want to talk about high school.
We're going to shut the mic off before we do that. Is there anything, tell everybody where, like when you're, well, you said every 6 weeks, but it's like a specific day.
Well, not a specific day, but the newest song is out right now. Sleep When I'm Dead dropped last week. It's at, like you said, 30,000, about 27 to 30,000 streams. Check it out. Let us know what you think. And if you don't like it, there's going to be another one in like 5 to 6 weeks. But check out Sleep When I'm Dead.
And just, you're on everything, just Autmun Kings band.
Everything. Autmun Kings band. You search it up. Well, you should be able to find us. I don't think there's one thing we're not on.
Yeah. You guys are on everything else on your website. Is it?
Oh, dude, you have to be. Yeah, dude. You have to be.
It's good. Well, thanks again for coming on.
Dude, thank you, man. Pleasure, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck right. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Good shit. Yeah, dude, thanks. That was a fun one. I barely looked at my questions. That's, it's a good podcast.